Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need to change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
The Fuel Forward app is a go. Fuel Forward provides quick and secure payments and everyday savings on fuel at your local Rapid Roberts to keep you moving forward. Download today and save up to 20 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Then save 5 cents per gallon every fill-up after that. Driving just got a whole lot better thanks to the Fuel Forward app at your local Rapid Roberts.
Take a breath. Here's your Be Well moment with Burl Behavioral Health.
You're invited to pause and feel connected. Let's practice by taking a deep breath in and an exhale out, and start to notice the space around you. What can you see that is a reminder of your connection with others? Maybe it's a drawing created by a child, a music playlist put together with a friend, a beloved pet basking in the sun. If we look closely, there's evidence of our connection to others all around us.
For more wellness, visit BeWellCommunity.org.
Elite Promotions is a family-owned company dedicated to providing effective, efficient, and quality promotional products to organizations just like yours. Elite Promotions will make it simple for you and quickly find the products that will give you a reason to use Elite. Elite Promotions is the official outfitter of the Grip and Rip Baseball League, dressing all 6 teams in the jerseys you see on the field and all of our official fan apparel. Be on the cutting edge. Be Elite. Elite Promotions, ElitePromo.com.
Got a good one headed your way in the GRBL South Division as the 2-1 Branson Showmen take on the 2-1 Nixa Suckers. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Rance Berger, my partner for this one, Roger Berger, and we welcome you into Mark Worley Field at Meadow Park, home of the Grip and Rip Baseball League throughout this Season 10. And here we go, Showmen versus Suckers, with a lot to play for in the GRBL South Division, where all 3 teams have 2-1 records coming into the day. So somebody's going to walk out of here perhaps with the number 1 spot. And in GRBL, there are 6 teams total. They're split into 2 divisions of 3. The winners of each division at the end of the regular season advance automatically to the playoff semifinals. So teams are really striving to win that division and clinch a first-round bye. Everybody else in the league heads into the eliminators on that first Sunday in October. Good pitching matchup coming up in this one, and it's going to be a styles clash. You've got Jake Uber for the Nixa Suckers going against Trey Turner for the Branson Showmen. Uber most recently played in the Prospect League for the Springfield, Illinois Lucky Horseshoes. Before that, he finished out his NCAA Division II career at the University of Illinois-Springfield. Uber also pitched at Southern Arkansas, and before that, Three Rivers College. But he's a Nixa, Missouri native, so playing for the hometown club with the Nixa Suckers. And his last 2 outings have been absolutely stellar. A total of 10 innings. He has not given up an earned run, scattering 6 hits, striking out 9, and walking just 2. So Uber, who got roughed up in his GRBL debut, has since been on a bit of a path, and he's going to get a heavyweight contest and more today as he takes on Trey Turner, who enters today's game as the league's leader in strikeouts. He's got 31 on the season, and he's done that in just his first 3 games. So 13 2/3 innings in total for Trey Turner so far. No earned runs. The Showmen, however, have given up 5 runs off of errors behind him. He's allowed 8 hits, struck out 31, walked 6. There's a great conversation I had with Trey Turner prior to the season. It was the night we actually shot the GRBL's commercial, where if you go watch that on our social media or on our YouTube channel, you can see Trey absolutely hit a home run. But as we were walking out of the stadium that night, Trey looked at me and he said, "Hey, what's the single season record for strikeouts in this league?" I said, 69. Trey did not ask me who has it. He didn't ask when it was done. He didn't ask anything about the circumstances. He just looked at me and said, "I'm doing it." And wouldn't you believe it, he's actually on pace to do it. What I didn't explain to Trey at the time was in the GRBL, because the sample size is so small, playoff stats count just the same as regular season stats, but he's out there pitching as though he's got to have 70 strikeouts by the end of the regular season. It's impressive stuff. What have you felt like you've seen so far from Trey Turner? What do you like about his mound approach, first of all?
He's highly competitive, and he seems to have very good control of his pitches. And I think, like any baseball outing, you get the support in the field, cut down on the unforced errors, and he does well.
Yeah. It's going to be errors are going to be a big thing for the Showmen. They committed 9 in their first 2 games. That led the GRBL. Not a good stat category to lead the league in whatsoever. You know, the good news for the Showmen is I think they still lead the league in errors, but they didn't add to it last time out, where they got a win on baseball night in the Ozarks. So
yeah, no, they had 2 weeks ago. They obviously had settled way down and did well.
It's been a point of contention, I know. Manager Jacob Carlson has basically told the guys in no uncertain terms, we've got to clean up the errors. But in visiting with some other guys, not just Trey Turner, but some other members of the pitching staff, they've talked at length about how defense is going to have to be there for them, and it's going to need to be effective. They need defenders who are going to pick up their pitchers, and then the Showmen, we know, have a lot of great bats up and down the lineup, so offense is not going to be a problem. It's a question of, can they play a clean enough baseball game to stay in contention? Let's meet the starters. First for Branson, the center fielder, batting in the leadoff spot, is number 10, Jacob Carlson. Batting second and playing second base will be Rogersville, Missouri's Jordan Fitzpatrick. Batting third, we just talked about him, the strikeout king, but he'll also play some third base before the day is done. That's Trey Turner. Batting fourth is the extra hitter who hit a grand slam on the opening day of the season, David Edwards. Batting fifth is the catcher, Canada's greatest export, Jared Fox. Batting sixth and playing first base from Sedalia, Missouri, Tyler Rusk. Batting seventh and playing third base is rookie Dustin Phelps. In the 8th spot is the left fielder from Fordland, Missouri, King Owens. In the 9th spot today from Licking, Missouri, the shortstop Carter Rennie. And batting 10th is the right fielder. He's from Nixa, Missouri, Chris Leggett. Nixa Suckers be the home squad on the scoreboard. They are in the field. Their starting center fielder will hit leadoff. He is GRBL Hall of Famer Skylar Carter. Another Hall of Famer will bat second and play second base. That's Lee's Summit, Missouri's Caleb Cole. Batting third is the catcher, the GRBL's 2024 MVP, Courtney Spitz. Batting fourth from Waynesville, Missouri is left fielder Trent Simpson. Batting fifth from Mount Vernon, he is the shortstop Logan Rycraft. Batting sixth is Willard, Missouri's Zach Young. He'll play first base today. In the 7th spot is the right fielder, the beef cattleman from Sleeper, Missouri, Seth Burns. In the 8th spot is the third baseman, rookie Landon Clark. In the 9th spot, the extra hitter from Griffith, Indiana, Jamar Averyhart. And batting 10th is the pitcher. He is from Nixa, Missouri, by way of the University of Illinois-Springfield, Jake Uber. Jake Uber out on the hill right now, getting ready to go. All told for Uber this season, He has pitched 12 innings, allowing 4 earned runs on 6 hits, struck out 11 and walked 6. He's also hit 3 batters. 4 of those walks and all 3 hit batsmen came on August 9th, a game that started Jake Uber's career off very inauspiciously, and it was against these Branson Showmen. So, Jake Uber on the hill right now. He is all about redemption, all about trying to keep what was a bad debut in the background. He's been absolutely electric in his last 2 outings, and I'm looking forward to seeing Jake go today. Suckers have thrown it around the infield, and we will see a hitter. It is the Branson player manager, Jacob Carlson.
A pretty basic outfield arrangement. The as you referred to earlier today, the standard GRBL lineup.
Just ever slightly shading a right-hander to pull. You can see Skylar Carter, the center fielder, is on the light green grass. So just off that dark green center stripe that runs from home plate to center field. But other than that, yeah, the fielders are straight away and pretty deep.
I was gonna say the infielders are super deep.
Well, and it's not unusual for Caleb Cole, the second baseman, to play back on the grass. He tends to do that all the time anyway. But yeah, Logan Rycraft, the shortstop, is also heels to the grass. And then the outfielders are back there. They're respecting Carlson's power. He's got 4 hits on the season, and 2 of those are doubles, so I would reckon they're right to do so.
He's, yes, does quite well with the bat.
Showman doing a little something different with the black pants today.
Fortunately, it's still wooden bats, and you can still hear the crack. Oh.
And that drops in, and that's going to be
ground rule
ground rule double for Jacob Carlson. He sliced it the other way, and then that had enough spin on it when it bounced to go into the Branson bullpen. So a leadoff double, a little bit unconventional, but effective nonetheless for Jacob Carlson. And right away, he's in scoring position for Jordan Fitzpatrick out of Missouri Southern State. Fitzpatrick 2 for 9 in 2025 after going 7 for 11 with the Suckers his rookie season. Fitz swung on and missed there. The plate umpire for this one is Ruben Apodaca. On the bases, it is Mike Johnson. Same crew that worked our noon game. That was a 3-2 victory for the Republic Locos over the Springfield Metropolitans, though Johnson had the plate for that one. It's a foul ball off the bat of Jordan Fitzpatrick into the parking lot.
Off the roof of a black Silverado.
Ooh. And that's why I park way down in pickleball country, far away.
Speaking of that, is Daniel England still playing pickleball, or is he getting ready for the
He's probably playing
game?
Pickleball right now. Uber missed outside with an 0-2.
We know it's an addiction.
It's like pickleball, sourdough, CrossFit, hobbies that become a lifestyle.
That's right.
1-2 ran in. Jake Uber back to having a fight with his baseball cap.
Yeah, his first outing, I remember he was pretty frustrated with his ball cap.
Just does not want to stay on his head. It's part of his throwing motion, just sends the hat more often than not.
Well, and being a young man with
a lot of hair.
Hasn't lost his hair yet. I mean, you got to admire it.
He's got glorious good hair, does Jake Uber. He's got a 3-2 count to Jordan Fitzpatrick and a runner on second, and Fitz fouls that one back.
That might have gotten the table in front of the concession stand.
Well, at what point do you get some tape or something on that lid?
Somebo's going to move the truck.
Yep, I believe I'd do that.
I believe that's one of your cohorts.
Oh no, 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed.
Sorry to distract. Let's get back to. I'll get back to baseball.
So down on strikes went Jordan Fitzpatrick. The mission does not get easier as Trey Turner is the batter for the Branson Showmen. 3 for 8, 4 RBIs. He's got a home run, 3 runs scored. He has also drawn 4 walks.
You do not want to put something in the heart of the plate.
Turner looked at a slider.
85 mile an hour.
Outer half. Yeah, Jake Uber
has his velocity.
And it's that unconventional delivery. Sidearm. Was born out of necessity. He had injured his labrum at one point during his college pitching career and basically reinvented himself as a sidearmer. He's going to get a new baseball after that one kissed the bricks on the backstop. So it'll be 0-2 to Trey Turner. He has struck out twice in 2025. Tried a breaking pitch inside, and Turner got back out of the way.
Did not move. I think out over toward the plate. I think it stayed straight.
They try a breaking pitch that time, and that is outside. So we're back even 2-2. 1 out. Runner on second is Carlson. See if Jacob may press the action a little bit, although, well, more on that in a second. Turner flies into center field. Carter running in and makes the grab. They were playing him very deep, and so Skylar Carter had to catch that on a dead run.
That sounded funny off the bat. I wonder if he broke it. I think he broke it.
He might have broken it. So it's going to bring up David Edwards for the Showmen. I don't know what I was going to say. Courtney Spitz, the Nixa catcher, is perhaps one of the best at gunning down base runners in the GRBL.
Yes.
So while Carlson generally is pretty aggressive on the paths, I think he is respecting his counterparts' abilities behind home plate.
You also have, Caleb Cole keeps making feints toward the base. So I think they're trying to keep Mr. Carlson honest.
David Edwards out of James Madison University, a native of Ocala, Florida, is 4 for 12, leads the league in RBIs with 6. 4 of those were by way of a grand slam home run back on week 1, and that was against the Nixa Suckers. So guarantee you the guys on the field in red remember that night very well.
The outfielders have stepped back. They're definitely playing deeper.
Uber came home with a fastball. Edwards lifted it to right, and that will drop down. Carlson
is going to score.
Read it well, and he will score. It's an RBI for David Edwards. His league-leading total is now 7. It's a good piece of hitting right there. Just sort of used Uber's own force against him and took him the other way into right.
He hit the ball where it was pitched, and yeah, because they had respected the power. Just enough off where it could drop in front of him.
It's going to bring up Jared Fox. Canada's greatest export is hitting .273, 3 hits on the season. 2 of those are doubles. And he's got a couple of RBIs. Of course, when you bat behind guys like Trey Turner and David Edwards, who are on base a lot, and you get more RBI opportunities. Jared Fox works for Springfield City Utilities at the John Twitty Energy Center. He's in the power generation game.
It's a good career.
0-1 after a foul ball, and Fox trickles one right side. Caleb Cole up with it, and the 2-time Gold Glove Award winner gets it done. So 3 down, but not before David Edwards puts the Branson Showmen up 1-0. With an RBI single out into right field, set up off of a Jacob Carlson double. So the Showmen lead 1-0. Bottom of the first is next. It's Grip and Rip Baseball, brought to you live and free all season long, right here on our YouTube channel.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Did you know that Conoco gas has 3 times more detergent additive than the minimum required by the EPA? And 30% more than the top-tier detergent gasoline standard, recommended by major car manufacturers. Other alternatives contain unwanted deposits that can build up on fuel injectors and intake valves, robbing your engine of performance. More quality in every drop. Only at your local Rapid Roberts.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Trey Turner, one of the most electrifying players in the GRBL, taking his warm-up throws for the Branson Showmen. They lead the Nixa Suckers 1-0 here in the first inning. A little bit of a delay, waiting for catcher Jared Fox to get the gear on, as he was the player who made the last out for the Showmen. So Trey Turner getting underway here. The numbers on Trey Turner, very good as you might expect. 13 2/3 innings. He has yet to concede an earned run. 8 hits, 31 strikeouts to 6 walks. His first year with the Showmen was also a good one that resulted in a championship. He pitched 25 innings, allowing 2 earned runs on 13 hits, 52 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a 0.72 ERA. Turner comes into today's game 83 strikeouts for the career, so if he continues at the maniacal pace he is on, he'll be joining the GRBL's 100 club here before too long. He would be just the 10th player in 10 seasons to do so. So I don't want to count that one before it's a little bit closer to time, but Trey Turner, without question, one of the absolute fastest rising stars the GRBL has ever seen. Selected by the Nationals in the 10th round of the 2017 draft.
In warm-ups so far, he's thrown a 90, a 92, and a 91.
Well, we saw him, the fastest he has thrown in-game this season is 95, which is the absolute fastest fastball in 10 seasons of GRBL baseball, but he's got a pretty tough order here as the Suckers send up the GRBL's all-time leader in hits, Skylar Carter. So this ought to be a pretty decent tussle. Carter
took
swings
a pretty
and fouls.
Took a pretty good swing at
it.
it.
Sponsored by the Vineyard Market in Ozark, Missouri. Carter has been in the league since 2016, since that foundational year. He's 4 for 12 here in 2025.
So he played for a color.
He played for Grip and Rip Green and was in fact the MVP that season. Turner just bounced a 94-mile-per-hour pitch that I think Jared Fox is grateful did not hit him in the ankle.
I could see a lot of folks are ducking out of the way of that one.
There is just yes, everyone pays closer attention when Trey Turner is up on that bump. That was over the plate. Carter flares it. It is going to get down in foul territory before anybody in a purple shirt had a chance to make a play. So Carter staying in the hunt. So yeah, that Grip and Rip Green. He was teammates with legends like Rob Neese, among others. But Skyler won a championship in 2017 as a member of the Springfield Cashews, then again in 18 with the Raptors, and then again in 2019 with the Henry's Towing High Rollers. Got a called strike 3 there.
Caught looking.
Carter rung up for Trey Turner's first of the day. Caleb Cole will come up next, another red jacket wearer. He's in the GRBL Hall of Fame. He was the first player inducted, as a matter of fact. Did not play in 2024, but he's been very good in this comeback year. 5 for 8. 8 runs scored, a double and an RBI. He's also drawn 4 walks, and he's been doinked a couple of times. So Caleb Cole has been an offensive machine for Nixa thus far.
Hesitate to say that he really took an off year. He stepped right back in, just like he didn't.
No, he concentrated a little bit on his daughter Nora and his cattle operation. He's an interesting story. He did not grow up in a farming family, but came to the Ozarks, went to Drury University, fell in love, and his wife Olivia does come from a family with a lot of history of agriculture. They have horses and cows, and so Caleb figured out that cattle farming was his passion, and he's actually doing that full time now. Skies one into left, but King Owens is there for the Branson Showmen and hung on to get the out. So, it's a line of work that typically you're born into, right? But Caleb Cole went married into it, I guess. But really got into the science behind raising good beef.
And obviously hard work.
That too. And I've been to the Cole family farm, and it was some of the most immaculately kept pasture I think I've ever seen in my lifetime. So they're definitely working hard out there. Here's Courtney Spitz, the Nixa Suckers player, manager, and catcher. Looked at a strike on the outer half.
He set some records.
Yeah, he had 18 hits a season ago.
He was on fire.
Hit .474 with a .545 OBP. He's come back down to earth mildly here in 2025. He's 3 for 11 with a double and 3 RBIs.
Yeah, and I know he's mad at himself right now for that one.
Yes, he
broke
is.
Down and away, and he was well off. But
he's behind 0-2.
It happens.
Turner exhales sharply, rocks and deals, swing and a miss, just blew him away. 98.
Holy cow!
Did we just see that?
That's what the that's what the gun just said. That just set a new GRBL record.
Well,
somebody needs to write that down.
98 miles per hour. I'm writing it right now. See, I still follow orders. 1-0 is the score. We've played one. Branson Showmen in front with some serious heat.
The Conoco gas has 3 times more detergent additive than the minimum required by the EPA and 30% more than the top-tier detergent gasoline standard, recommended by major car manufacturers. Other alternatives contain unwanted deposits that can build up on fuel injectors and intake valves, robbing your engine of performance. More quality in every drop. Only at your local Rapid Roberts.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Some serious heat. 98 miles per hour from Trey Turner. Fastest fastball we've ever seen in this league. Just was talking to Cole Hill, who does baseball operations for Drury University, the keeper of the radar gun, if you will. He said, yeah, of course that gun is well calibrated. We did a great job. So
I'd like to thank you for the opportunity.
98.
I'd like to thank you for the opportunity that I was here the day that the record was set.
Well,
that
was
impressive.
That was just the first inning. There may be more to come. I hate to say we've had all our fun in the first.
Yeah, his adrenaline may get going hot more than it already is.
Trey's a little pumped up, and we've got that August humidity is sort of up and out of here.
Yeah. The only drawback is the display on the scorebord only has two digits.
Right.
If he breaks 100, we'll have to.
Well, we'll see a 00 maybe. I don't know. I'll have to find out about that. I'll ask at the next changeover.
All these technical issues.
Right now, we're going to concentrate on Jake Uber, the Nixa pitcher. Heck, he throws 85, and that's...
It's not... No, he's no slouch.
That's not nothing. So here's Tyler Rusk coming up for Branson, 5'6'7" this time by. So Rusk, Dustin Phelps, and King Owens. Tyler Rusk from Sedalia, Missouri, played high school baseball at Cole Camp, home of the Cole Camp Bluebirds. Had 7 hits in 2024, had 12 as a rookie with the Metropolitans in 2023. A fun fact about Tyler Rusk is he has been on the championship winning team in all of his GRBL seasons to date. And for those reasons, I think Jacob Carlson is glad to have him back on the roster.
He drafted him just if he was a betting person.
Just a little bit of a hedge right there. So Rusk working a 2-1, 6'6". He's a big dude.
Like earlier today, his batting stance is very upright.
Yep.
He doesn't squat down. He doesn't try to hide anything. He just says, "Here's my strike zone. See what you can do."
Well, Uber challenged him with a curve, and then he came back with a 2-2 fastball that was swung on and foul. That was 84. I promise you, 84 looks pretty quick when you're down there, standing there trying to hit it. As much as we tend to shy away from chasing the radar gun, it is impressive when somebody lights it up like that. That was a nice job. A little can of corn grab off the top grocery shelf by Seth Burns, the Nixa right fielder, getting Tyler Rusk for the first out. Going to bring up rookie Dustin Phelps from Missouri S&T. Actually went to school there back when it was the University of Missouri at Rolla, but he has since he has a civil engineering degree, but has flipped the script on his career. Went back to school, and he is now a cardiac cath lab nurse for Cox Health in Branson. So Dustin Phelps playing for sort of the adopted hometown team with the Showmen. Swings and sends this one over Uber's head. Caleb Cole up with it.
Nice play.
That would have been trouble for a lot of infielders, but not Caleb Cole. He just made a tough play look like it was ho-hum.
Just looked like this is what I normally do, day to day.
So 2 up, 2 down. Batter will be King Owens, sponsored by TRLGetaways.com. That's Table Rock Lake Getaways. That's what the TRL is shorthand for. King went to Evangel University. He's originally from Fordland, Missouri. And like a lot of ball players who went to a small school, he was a pitcher and a shortstop there because that's just what you did.
And not to cast aspersions, but King is probably one of the leading leads the league in the number of jobs he's working concurrently.
That's pretty fair to say. He's got a mowing operation, Owens Lawn Service, and they have some commercial contracts. I've actually run into King on his mower out in the wild a few times. So can confirm he does that. He's also managing rental property.
Like I say, I knew he did real estate.
Still has the real estate license. That's mom and dad's business, and then they have another family business at a fireworks stand, but not a lot going on with that at the moment, so I think King is just at 3 jobs for the moment. But he's always working on something. There's just never a dull moment in that guy's life.
He's got he's a high energy person.
That's fair to say, for certain. So we will step aside, come back, and bring you more Grip and Rip baseball. 1-0 middle of the second. Back right after this.
Life is full of things to worry about. Your home's foundation shouldn't be one of them. Vertical and horizontal foundation cracks, windows and doors that stick are all indications that your home has foundation issues. At Foundation Recovery Systems, we offer permanent solutions that help put your worries to rest. Call us today for a free inspection.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, Trey Turner, what are you going to do to top your first inning where you lit up the radar gun to the tune of 98 miles per hour? Well, I suppose he could just collect some more strikeouts. He's got 2 thus far. He will face the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Nixa Suckers: Trent Simpson, Logan Rycraft, and Zach Young. Pretty salty group of fish coming up here. Trent Simpson out of Missouri Valley College. He and his wife Sydney just welcomed a new one into the world, a little girl, just prior to the start of the season. So they've got 2. Trent, a home loan officer at Patio, is 4 for 12 with a double, 5 RBIs. You know, coming into this season, after the draft settled, we looked at the Nixa Suckers roster and said, man, that's just, they've got so many great gloves, and Trent Simpson is one of those. But Trent astutely pointed out to me that they've got some sticks too. Trent, one of those guys you can definitely do both pretty well. Had 9 hits with Republic a season ago, 9 in 23, and 16 hits as a rookie in 2022 when he was the GRBL's Rookie of the Year. He's ahead of Trey Turner here, 1-0, after Trey missed low. Suckers looking for some offense, trailing by a run. There's a swing and a foul ball back.
Straight back.
Well, that usually means the timing is okay, but the path of the bat was not.
Not quite where it needed to be.
Turner rocks and deals. That was 95.
Wow.
But it was also out of the zone. The thing about the radar gun is that sometimes it can inspire some hard throws, but hopefully Trey Turner is not looking at it.
He seems totally focused on the plate.
That was a slider for strike 2.
That was
88.
That was only 88.
Only. And we'll see him really stick with his first 2 pitches, the fastball and the slider, for the first trip through the order. He's got a changeup, but that doesn't tend to come out to play until later in the outing. He missed inside to Simpson there at 97.
Yeah, that I would think the changeup would be you get them used to seeing nothing but heat, and then that thing, they're way ahead of you then.
3-2. Struck him out looking. Simpson not necessarily loving it.
He didn't agree.
No, but he was also smart enough not to
argue
look back.
No, he's not arguing about it. He's filing that away for future.
Here's Logan Rycraft, sponsored by Foundation Recovery Systems, second-year man out of Northwest Missouri State University. He's originally from Mount Vernon, but now resides in Nixa, so he was happy to be a Sucker this year.
A Bearcat.
He is a Bearcat. He was also a Roswell Invader in the Pecos League. One of the survivors of the Pecos League, if you will. It's kind of considered the lowest tier of independent professional baseball.
I'll bet they had interesting logos on their uniforms.
They just totally lean into the whole alien thing, as the town of Roswell is known to do. Rycraft was behind a slider that time for a Steerike 2.
A mere 85s.
Only 85.
Slider, yeah. But I think it had quite a bit of movement on it.
Trey Turner has got good stuff. I mean, you can see why. After a couple of junior college seasons, and then even with an injury, as Rycraft goes down looking.
He's looking at the umpire, but it's not helping.
No, that's not going to turn strikes into balls, I can tell you that. The thing about Trey is, his time at Missouri State University was really short, and he ended up having Tommy John surgery. But even with that, the Washington Nationals still
drafted him
liked
highly.
His stuff enough to draft him in the 10th round. Reached the Double-A level in the Nats system. Had a career interrupted as minor league baseball effectively shut down during the COVID-19 pandemic.
That was 97.
It was plenty hot. A mere 95 as he tried to attack Young down at the knees. It is 2-0. So Zach also went to Missouri State. So we've got a couple of Bears here. And Zach Young, even though it's been a while since he was on campus, still looks the part of a Division I contact hitter.
Yeah.
He's just one of those guys who has stayed with the game, and even at 41 years old, he sees pitches well, and he's got a great set of hands. Fastball for a strike.
95.
Turner is at 3-1.
I hate to belabor it, but I'm just totally odd.
It's one thing to sit at home and watch it, and it's a lot different when you're sitting here to see it in person, isn't it?
I confess that I haven't been to the last fall. We went to a professional baseball game where they have all these statistics and live action and stuff, and the major league pitchers were consistently throwing in the mid 90s, and which that was a mere 96, which caused the third out of the inning there.
Yeah, Trey Turner strikes out the side. It's just different when you see it live in person up close, and you can do that here at Metter Park for just $5. Come out and see the show. It's the Trey Turner show thus far, 1-0. Showmen lead the Suckers. We head to inning number 3 right after this.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
One to nothing. Nixa Suckers trail the Branson Showmen, who come to bat here in the top of the third. It'll be Rennie, Leggett, and Carlson for the Purple Gang this inning. Jordan Fitzpatrick would get a chance if anyone can reach safely. Carter Rennie, the Branson shortstop, Swings and fouls that one off the catcher's mask. Carter, 6 hits in 8 games with Moon City in 2024. They're going to give
Spitz a minute.
Catcher Courtney Spitz a little bit of time to recover.
But he kind of spun around there
like
he was going to throw it.
He was looking for somebody or someone. I'm not entirely certain what that was all about.
Hard to say.
Look, Courtney Spitz is tougher than a $2 steak. That's going to take more than that to get him out of this ball game, as Carter Rennie swings and fouls another one straight back. That just sort of looked like it looped right over the shoulder of the plate umpire, Ruben Apodaca.
He's probably thinking, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Ruben's glad he didn't stand up.
Yeah.
0-2 to Rennie, and Jake Uber is continuing to attack the heart of the plate. Got him
looking. Carter didn't look back. He thought about it. He was standing there for a while like...
he gave it about a second, but...
Yeah, no, he's... they're respecting the umpire, and you have to appreciate
I think if
that.
too many of those sorts of things, they can stack up, and having officiated some sports in my time, and I know you have too, that can add up after a while. Sometimes it's not necessarily any one thing, but it's the pile of things that...
they build up.
The proverbial straw that breaks the back, as they say.
Yep, absolutely.
Chris Leggett is sponsored by Handyman Rentals. Off to a good start, 2 for 5 for the campaign. An RBI and 3 runs scored. He's drawn a couple of walks. Definite speedster out of the box. So mission 1 for Leggett is to put one into play on Jake Uber. Looked at a called steerike there to fall behind 1-2. Yeah, we've been definitely enjoying the Trey Turner show, but Jake Uber is dialing in a hurry, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very effective, and that's the second strikeout this inning.
That's 3 in a row for Uber, dating back to the conclusion of the second.
Yep.
So he's got 4 strikeouts on the day. Showmen turn over the lineup, and it's Jacob Carlson.
Like the first game today, the pitchers were definitely dueling and were dominating with defensive play. We're dominating the outcome. And if you like defensive type games, I mean this is another good one.
It's the kind of game that just puts offense at a premium.
Absolutely, and
not to say that I know conventional thinking is more scoring. As this is flared, that's going to get down. Yeah,
yep.
Jacob Carlson with a dying quail has got 2 hits this game. He's on again. But yeah, 1-0 game can certainly be exciting. You don't need necessarily a whole lot of scoring to have something that's fun to watch. So here's Fitzpatrick. Normally a pretty good contact hitter, played in the Pioneer League, that's an independent league, for the Grand Junction Rockies in 2022, once his college career was done. Hit very well on the Indies, had a .344 average and a .398 on-base percentage, 55 hits as a pro. Swinging a foul ball back.
I'm glad we have a roof.
Well, it usually gets, over the course of a triple hitter, it gets tested a few times.
Oh, yeah.
So Fitzpatrick back in the box. Uber comes set for the 1-1.
Loaning equipment to the commissioner?
Well, he is the commissioner, If you've got a spare something and the commissioner asks for it,
I would give it up.
He's signing my check when the night's done. It's 2-1 to Fitz. Swings and fouls that one back. Just caught. I don't even think that hit the net. I think that hit the guide wire.
It hit that wire.
Yeah.
And came right back down.
But thanks be for the wire, keeping that one on the playing surface. So we'll set up and do it again.
Yeah, let's not test the windows in here.
Nope, no interest in in crash testing those babies. It's 2-2.
Although it wasn't the announcer box and the natural, I remember when he broke the window out.
Fitzpatrick. Oh my goodness.
I thought he had it.
I did too. That's going to get through.
Carlson's.
Yeah, that was a hit and run attempt by the Showman, and Jacob's going to woe up at third.
Second and third.
Well, he was smart enough not to run on the arm of Skylar Carter.
Yep.
And yeah, I thought Rycraft had the ball, and then he finished the dive, and the ball was rolling behind him.
I'm not sure he even touched it. Well, of course, we're at an angle too. I don't know if he touched it or if it. I assume they scored that as a hit.
I'm looking.
I'm sorry. Anyway, second and third.
Yeah.
But 2 outs.
So Uber trying to bow his neck and get Trey Turner here, who swings and fouls one off.
And Trey is attempting to help his own cause.
And how? So he flew out to center field his first time up.
It was out there too. I mean, it wasn't.
Trey was in his first season. He had 16 hits, 19 RBIs. He can absolutely rake.
Yeah, he tore up the league that year. That's a hot shot.
That is Rycraft up with it from shortstop, and his throw to Zach Young on the money. So Rycraft gets a little bit of redemption, and the Nixa Suckers get out of the inning. Score remains Branson 1, Nixa nothing. Middle of the third, and we're back right after this.
Your local Hotsy dealer is an expert with hands-on cleaning knowledge to help you select the ideal pressure washer for your job. Take confidence in knowing you have a resource for all your cleaning needs. Service can be scheduled in-house or on location by a factory-trained technician using genuine Hotsy parts. Be sure to ask about scheduled maintenance plans, as well as a variety of accessories to clean more efficiently. And don't forget the soap. We have detergents for every cleaning need and have a bulk delivery program. Customized wash bays and mobile cleaning systems are also available. Build a partnership where you're a name, not a number. Contact your local Hotsy dealer to see why nothing cleans like a Hotsy.
Trey Turner has got 5 strikeouts in his first 2 innings of work, back out to protect a 1-0 advantage for the Branson Showmen here in the bottom of the third. Nixa sending up Seth Burns, Landon Clark, and Jamar Averyhart this inning. So Trey, last time out August 24th against the Springfield Metropolitans, threw the GRBL's equivalent of a no-hitter. 5 innings, no runs, no hits, 11 strikeouts, and 2 walks. 67 pitches, and 49 of those were strikes. So when he is on, it's pretty on. And this was something, when we went after Trey and sort of recruited him into this thing, the big drawing point for Trey was that he was going to get to bat. He was a high schooler at Neosho, and then at Crowder College, he both pitched and played the outfield. When he got to Missouri State University, they took the baseball bat out of his hands, and so he didn't ever hit at the NCAA Division I level. And in the professional ranks, he was a pitcher for the Washington Nationals, where designated hitter dominates up and down the minor leagues. So when he came into this league, he said, "Oh, you mean I get to bat?" And we said, "Yes, Trey, absolutely you do. Just maybe you could go out there and throw some fastballs to entertain the kids once in a while." And he said he's done just that. He's been a very impactful two-way player, to put it mildly.
So in other words, he had to go find a bat he liked again.
Yeah, he needed gloves, needed all the gear. But he was very excited to come out and get into a batting cage at his first tryouts. That was fouled off the bat of Seth Burns into the face mask of the plate umpire, Ruben Apodaca. Fox is looking back to check Ruben. He's smiling. Didn't even adjust his glasses. He's going to put the mask back on. He'll be all right.
Umpires are tough. They have to be.
Absolutely. As I said on our previous broadcast, it's not if, but when you get hit by the ball. Seth Burns had a very good offensive season in 24. He had 9 hits in 9 games for the Suckers.
95.
Down on strikes there. Just some ho-hum 95-mile-per-hour heat, but that is now 5 in a row for Trey Turner. 6 strikeouts in the ball game.
I think his self-professed goal is highly reachable.
Somebody needs to send a message that you don't have to do it, you know, you don't have to do it on the final day of the regular season. You can certainly break the record in a playoff game. That's allowed here.
He may have an ultimate goal to set one that nobody else can touch.
That might be part of the plan. Landon Clark, rookie from Strafford, Missouri, is our batter.
I guess technically, if he pitched 5 innings and faced the minimum number of batters and got 15 strikeouts, that'd probably send a message to a whole lot of people.
That would be the single game record is 13.
Yeah, that would set more than one record, I'm sure. Of course, the only bad thing, I wouldn't want to be the guy that followed him. You know, for the 6th inning, it's like you gave up even a bloop single or something. Everybody'd be looking at you.
Well, somebody's going to have to come on in the 6th. Might be.
I don't know. Maybe Jacob will run him into the dugout and change his uniform shirt. And maybe see if he can
pass him off as Justin Loudon or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Sure. Justin, you lost weight.
Yes, your new name is Fruit Snacks.
Yeah.
So Landon Clark has worked even 2-2. He's sponsored by Elevate Athletics. And Landon Clark, he's been pretty good. He's hitting .250. There's a bouncer at 88. I think that was a fastball that grip locked in Turner's throwing hand. That didn't have any lateral movement like a slider. Just a mistake pitch. So Clark, he's seeing pitches, doing a nice job of extending the appearance.
Got a full count here.
Turner tried to bend a slider and he walked him. So Clark is on. We'll see Turner go from the stretch position here against Jamar Averyhart, the Nixa extra hitter. Likely to spend some time in the outfield before this game is over. Jamar from Trine University in Indiana, now lives in Springfield, Missouri. But
I'll say a couple of weeks ago he had a couple pretty outstanding plays out in the outfield.
Yes, he did. He's a very rangy right fielder. He's also underrated, I would say, is the best way to describe his offensive approach. It's not always the most beautiful looking thing, but he just has a knack for getting on base.
He gets on base, he gets results.
Behind a Trey Turner slider that time was Averyhart, and so he's now down 0-2. Had a .636 on base percentage a season ago with Nixa. Turner exhales sharply and delivers. That was a fastball, and down on strikes goes Averyhart.
Quick
Called out looking, the
quick throw to first, but no problem.
It's the number 10 man in the order, the pitcher, Jake Uber. So Nixa going with an EH, but no DH. Jake Uber 1 for 4 with an RBI, a walk. He's been hit by a pitch. He's scored 4 runs. He's a dangerous base runner when he gets on.
Well, probably like Mr. Turner, he wanted opportunity to put the bat back in my hands.
Slider for a strike that time. Registered a whopping 35 miles per hour. I don't think that's right.
No, I think something happened there.
I think maybe Trey Turner's arm was moving 35 miles per hour on the follow-through. The glove arm, that is.
Yeah.
Went back to the breaking pitch. That's a called strike on the inner half.
That was a pretty looking pitch.
Be a 1-2 coming up here. Landon Clark. Pretty standard lead off the bag at first base. And now he goes.
He broke.
Yes, he did, but it doesn't matter. It's a strikeout. So the stolen base, no concern.
Yep.
8 strikeouts in the ball game for Trey Turner. Just one fly out to left field has been the only ball in play for the Nixa Suckers. They trail the Branson Showmen 1-0. 4th inning is up after this.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Mr. Callahan, let's play Word Connect.
I don't want to.
I'll start.
I'm not gonna.
Air.
Services.
Professional.
Trustworthy.
Quality.
Satisfaction.
Everyday.
Overnight.
24/7. Repair.
Replace.
Air.
Water.
Heating.
Cooling.
VIP.
Membership. Okay, that's good.
Okay, that's bad.
Stop.
Go.
Jimmy!
Mr. Callahan!
Fired.
Hired. That was fun. Again?
Call Air Services today.
Live at Meadow Park. Branson Showmen lead the Nixa Suckers 1-0. We get ready to start inning number 4. It is 988 day with Burl Behavioral Health here at Meadow Park. Happy to welcome in the Director of Crisis Services for Burl Behavioral Health's Southwest Region, Natasha Corkins. Natasha, great to see you outside of the workplace.
Yes, happy to be here.
Yeah. So, interest of full disclosure for the folks watching at home on YouTube, Grip and Rip Baseball League is not my full-time job. My full-time job is working at Burl Behavioral Health, where I get to work with a lot of great people, including Natasha. So this is fun. It's like our worlds are colliding. As batter stepping up here is David Edwards. Natasha, let's talk about 988 as we're getting ready to celebrate National 988 Day tomorrow on September 8th. For the uninitiated, let's start with the basic question. What is 988?
Well, 988 is a 3-digit number that anybody can call or text, and you can chat online at 988lifeline.org 24/7, 365 days a year, and it's for individuals who are just in crisis or needing support.
And you don't, I know, like, suicide prevention is a big part of 988, but it's not the only thing. It can be like a substance use crisis or all manner of different conditions could result in a phone call to 988.
Yeah, we are trying to get out there that a crisis is defined by the individual experiencing it, and we don't want anybody to think that they can't call because they don't feel like their crisis is intense enough to have support from us.
So Burl Behavioral Health is one of 6 different agencies with contracts from the Missouri Department of Mental Health to answer those 988 calls, and I think that's an important thing to note, especially for folks here in Southwest Missouri. Yes, 988 is available nationally, but when you're here in Springfield and you call 988, you speak to someone in Springfield.
You do. You get somebody who's local.
Which is amazing. The crisis specialists on your team do just immensely great work, and they do it 365 days a year. David Edwards has a full count as Jake Uber rocks and fires a payoff pitch. Missed outside, and so it is a leadoff walk to David Edwards to get us going here in the 4th. Batter's going to be Jared Fox for the Showmen. So Natasha, let's talk about what the team from Burrell Behavioral Health is doing here today. I noticed there's a lot of Burrell swag being distributed to the fans, but you're also educating. You're teaching people about 988.
Yeah, so we're here to give away swag, of course, because I don't know about you, but I love a good ink pen. I love a good stress ball.
Love some good freebies. Yeah.
They are great fidgets to have to get me like anybody through the work day or just the week. So we are here educating individuals about 988 and what we're here for, and kind of help with breaking some misconceptions or correcting some of those misconceptions. There has been some history of people saying that, we call 911 and things like that. And ultimately we do whenever it's a matter of safety, but we are trying to really get out in the community that 911 diversion is our ultimate goal. We want to keep people, in their homes and get them back to that pre-crisis level so they can handle it and go on with their day.
Yeah, I think it's some, a good entry point or a good way to start explaining 988 is it's a 3-digit phone number like you would dial 911, but 988 a little more nuanced than 911, but nonetheless some pretty serious issues can be solved with a call to 988, so that's always important to note. But yeah, that's been a big misconception I've run into in the wild, is just that I think it's the thought that you've called a 3-digit number and so therefore the police are going to be notified.
Right. Absolutely. We definitely want to help people get connected to services if that's something they're interested in. We really appreciate people inviting us into their crisis, and we try to go for the least restrictive means whenever it comes to crisis intervention. So if you call telephonically, we are going to strive to get that crisis attended to telephonically. And if there's something that maybe needs a little more help or you want a little more help, you can request a mobile crisis response and we can come out to your home and work with you and do some follow-up and things like that. But ultimately it's about least restrictive means and helping people kind of be supported through that crisis.
Yeah. I think that's not just with crisis situations, but really with behavioral health in general. If you've not sought help before, or you don't have like the experience of a loved one reaching out and getting help, I think a lot of Southwest Missourians just don't know where to begin with anything, and 988 can be a start, but there's also other opportunities at Burrell Behavioral Health. You've got the Behavioral Health Crisis Center in Springfield, or you can visit the main campus on South National and go to the Connection Center. There's lots of points of entry to start feeling better. Tyler Rusk grounds one to the shortstop. Rycraft up with it. Runner will advance to third, but they do get the out over at first. That's the second out of the inning. Go ahead, I interrupted you there.
No, that's okay. I was just going to say Burrell is very dedicated to observing the Missouri Crisis Continuum, and that is someone to talk to, which is, our hotline, someone to respond, which is our mobile team, and somewhere to go, which is our Behavioral Health Crisis Center, or our BHCC. So these are all legs of the crisis continuum because we believe that there's no wrong door whenever people are reaching out for help.
Swing off the bat of Dustin Phelps. That is skied into shallow left. Rycraft went back, and then Simpson came forward and made the catch. It's ultimately Trent Simpson who snagged that for out number 3. So we are now to the middle of the 4th with the score Branson 1 and Nixa 0. Natasha, good to stay with me for 3 more outs on the other side of a break?
Sure.
Of course. I knew you would be. I knew you would be. So talking with Natasha Corkins, back with more. It is 988 Day with Burrell Behavioral Health on the other side of this break.
Take a breath. Here's your Be Well moment with Burrell Behavioral Health.
You're invited to pause and feel connected. Let's practice by taking a deep breath in and an exhale out, and start to notice the space around you. What can you see that is a reminder of your connection with others? Maybe it's a drawing created by a child, a music playlist put together with a friend, a beloved pet basking in the sun. If we look closely, there's evidence of our connection to others all around us.
For more wellness, visit BeWellCommunity.org.
Elite Promotions is a family-owned company dedicated to providing effective, efficient, and quality promotional products to organizations just like yours. Elite Promotions will make it simple for you and quickly find the products that will give you a reason to use Elite. Elite Promotions is the official outfitter of the Grip and Rip Baseball League, dressing all 6 teams in the jerseys you see on the field and all of our official fan apparel. Be on the cutting edge. Be Elite. Elite Promotions, ElitePromo.com.
Trey Turner back out for the Branson Showmen, protecting a 1-0 advantage here in the bottom of the 4th. Turner's got 8 strikeouts in the game. Single game record in the GRBL is 13. Trey will have 2 more innings of work before he will hit the limit. I'm Rance Berger talking to Burl Behavioral Health Southwest Regional Director of Crisis Services, Natasha Corkins. Natasha, we're celebrating National 988 Day, but we are doing it with the local twist, of course, with Burl Behavioral Health being the 988 contract holder and call taker for the Springfield metropolitan area. Let's talk a little bit about, when a 988 call is made, the individual who makes the call will talk to a crisis specialist, but then they can also be referred to several different resources in and out of the Burl Behavioral Health System, and one of those is peer specialists. Let's give the folks at home a working definition of peer specialist, first of all.
Yeah, so at Burl, I will just tell you, especially the Burl Crisis Team, we love our peers. Our peers are certified through the Missouri Credentialing Board. They have gone through training to harness their lived experience of going through substance use recovery or mental health recovery, mental health treatment, and using that lived experience to work with people who are currently in active addiction or are currently undiagnosed and are wanting to seek a diagnosis and treatment. So they're able to kind of use that lived experience to help them feel not alone.
Yeah. It's always easier to go through something when it's relatable, right? And when
Yes.
you've got someone who's been, of course, no situation is exactly the same, but it's great to be able to reach out to someone who's got a little bit of experience going through what you've been through. Skylar Carter, the batter for the Suckers, looks at ball 3. He's now in a 3-1 count. Back at the top of the order here. Turner exhales sharply and deals. That's a swing and a miss. We'll have a full count on the next pitch. And Natasha, I can tell you several of the players, when we told them we would be having 988 Day at the ballpark, a lot of guys were excited. A lot of them either, have some experience. That was a called strike 3. Goodness, Carter not loving it. He thought he walked. But yeah, so several of the guys have had either, been through crisis events themselves or have had friends and loved ones who have dealt with behavioral health crisis issues. And we talk about it when we talk about 988. We always say if you or a loved one is in a behavioral health crisis, dial 988. But let's talk about the second half of that, the or a loved one, and what that actually means. You don't have to be personally going through it to call 988. You can call on someone else's behalf. How does that work?
Yeah, so that works by just somebody picking up the phone and either, calling 988 or texting 988 and saying that you are concerned about a loved one. There are a couple of things that can happen is you can share that loved one's information with us and we can reach out to them and try to assist them. Or you can just ask how you can help, and we can walk you through some things to maybe help expand the support that you're already giving them.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go back to mobile crisis response here in a second. It's 1-1 to Caleb Cole. Looked at a fastball low at 95 miles per hour. It's now 2-1. So mobile crisis responders that's something that's relatively new, I think, to the Springfield metro area, but it's something Burrell Behavioral Health wanted. It's something that emergency responders, I would say, equally have liked and supported. So, when people think of emergency responders, they tend to think, police, firefighters, and EMS, but mobile crisis responders are a little bit different. They don't they're not going to kick down your door or anything of that nature. It's going to be a much more warm and friendly arrival.
Yeah, so mobile crisis is one of the things that we really want to drive home whenever people talk about mobile crisis is how we really encourage consent. So we don't just, if somebody were to call for a loved one and say, hey, can you go check up on my loved one, we're going to reach out to that loved one to see if they consent to us coming to them. Because, a crisis is very individual and it's very intimate, and we want to be invited into that. So it's just something that we hold very near and dear to us, is people agreeing to having us involved in that situation.
Very good. Batter is Courtney Spitz for the Suckers. This is grounded right side. Fitzpatrick over to Rusk in time, and they get the third out. So 3 up, 3 down for Trey Turner and the Showmen. Well, Natasha, on 988 day, I know you think first of all we appreciate you celebrating with us a day early, because I know we didn't have a game on September the 8th, but we had you out on 9/7 instead. So certainly appreciate everyone from the Burrell Crisis team who is on hand today, and you'll continue mingling with the fans as this game goes on. Is there just anything else about 988 or any other misconceptions you hope you can clear up for the folks who are watching today or are visiting with you here at the ballpark?
I think I'll just say that, everybody's going to experience a crisis one day in their life. I mean, and some people, it might be more than one day, but there is help out there. There are people who want to sit and they want to listen and they want to support you. So if ever you feel like you're alone, you're not. We are there 24/7, 365 days a year, and we want to help.
That is very well said, and if maybe you're not in crisis, but you want to find out more about getting some help, you can find clinics all over Southwest Missouri by going to burrellcenter.com. Natasha, thank you so much. We'll let you get back to work downstairs at the table, but thank you so much for humoring me and stopping by in the press box.
Thanks, Rance. I appreciate it.
It's Natasha Corkins, Director of Crisis Services for the Burrell Behavioral Health Southwest Region. We will pause 30 seconds, come right back, and bring you some more Grip and Rip baseball.
Take a breath. Here's your Be Well moment with Burrell Behavioral Health.
In a world that requires us to be in constant motion, we can focus on moving our bodies in ways that restore us instead of deplete us. Let's listen to our bodies and briefly stretch in ways that fit what we need. Take a deep inhale and a long exhale out as you gently stretch your neck, your shoulders, or your arms. We deserve to build physical rest into our daily routines.
For more wellness, visit bewellcommunity.org.
Back live at Meadow Park on 988 day with Burrell Behavioral Health. 1-0 is our score. The Branson Showmen out in front of the Nixa Suckers. An RBI single to right field off the bat of David Edwards in the first inning. The difference maker in this one. It's been a duel between Jake Uber and Trey Turner. And as we start the fifth, we start to think about transition time in this baseball game. By the rules of the Grip and Rip League, both of these starting pitchers will have to come out of the ball game, and both the Showmen and the Suckers will have to make Henry's towing pitching changes in inning number 6. And that just might turn this one on its ear as King Owens swings and misses at strike 2. So 0-2 to Owens. It's the bottom part of the Branson order, the 8, 9, 10 hitters. Owens, Rennie, and Leggett. Uber comes home with an 0-2 breaking pitch, swung on, grounded left side, and that is a foul ball. Landon Clark, Suckers' third baseman, touched that one in foul territory. Nixa defensively is as it started the game. Spitz behind the plate, Clark's at third, Rycraft the shortstop, Caleb Cole at second, and Zach Young at first, with Trent Simpson, Skylar Carter, and Seth Burns in the outfield. Uber's pitch to Owens, swung on and missed. Down on strikes he goes. So for Jake Uber, that is now 5 strikeouts on his tally. He'll face Carter Rennie. Became a dad for the first time just before the start of the season. It was actually in between tryouts in the preseason scrimmage. But everybody doing well. Baby Brennan welcomed into the world by Carter and Abigail Rennie. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Carter has been in the GRBL since 2022. He has been with the Branson Showmen for 3 of his 4 seasons. Came into the league, he was a single guy, then he got married. Now he's had a son. It's just feel like we're watching him grow up. The 1-2 swung on and fouled. Goodness. That one hit the exterior fence that protects the parking lot here at Metter Park. And protect it did. That ball was looping with pace. Jake Uber trying to punch out Carter Rennie, who instead reaches down and pokes one. That's into right field, and Rennie hops into the hit column. The single out into right. Sheds the collar he was wearing. And he is on with 1 out for Chris Leggett. Sponsored by Handyman Rentals Incorporated. Leggett, funny enough, is from Nixa, went to Nixa High School. Broke into the GRBL with the Mavericks in 2020. Swung on and chased a breaking pitch there. 82 miles per hour. 0-1. Uber missed outside with a heater. That evens us up. And both these teams came into today's game 2 wins against a single defeat, and that is also the case for the third team in the GRBL South, the Ozark Mountain Ducks. They're going to be in action tonight against Moon City. And while the guys probably aren't thinking about the playoffs too much, this game carries the potential for some rather serious implications. Showmen won the first meeting between the teams, 12-9 back on opening day, so a Branson win would be rather decisive if the division were to come down to head-to-head. As Chris Leggett went down on strikes. That's now 6 for Uber. Back to the top of the order they go, and it's Jacob Carlson, who's 2 for 2 today. Fastball swung on, 1 hop to the second baseman, Caleb Cole. Looked at the shortstop, then looked over to the first baseman, Zach Young. That's where the baseball ended up, and that's where Jacob Carlson is retired on a 4-3. So Jake Uber pitched to Jim, allowing 1 earned run on 5 hits, and he struck out 6. Suckers will have to make a pitching change. We've got 1 more inning of Trey Turner coming up, and it is on the other side of this break. You're watching Grip and Rip Baseball, brought to you live and free on YouTube. We are back right after this.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Mr. Callahan, let's play Word Connect.
I don't want to.
I'll start.
I'm not gonna.
Air.
Services.
Professional.
Trustworthy.
Quality.
Satisfaction.
Everyday.
Overnight.
24.
7.
Repair.
Replace.
Air.
Water.
Heating.
Cooling.
VIP.
Membership. Okay, that's good.
Okay, that's bad.
Stop.
Go.
Jimmy!
Mr. Callahan!
Fired.
Hired. That was fun. Again?
Call Air Services today.
Trey Turner back at it for the Branson Showmen. He has been protecting a 1-0 lead and protecting it very well. Meaty part of the order coming up for the Fish. Trent Simpson, Logan Rycraft, Zach Young. Bottom of the 5th coming up here. Activity in both bullpens. Got a left-hander up for the Showmen. That is Cooper Kiesling. Suckers, I suspect, could go to Seth Burns. They could also go to Landon Clark. They've got some other options. We'll wait and see. Trent Simpson coming up to some Billy Squire. Digs in. Trey Turner's first offering is swung on and lifted. That's going to get out of here foul. Trent, a GRBLer since 2022. Hit .485 his rookie year with the Locos. This year with Nixa, his first out of a Locos uniform. Thought maybe he was going to be Loco for life, but Courtney Spitz got a hold of Trent in the draft for 2025. And Simpson goes down looking. Turner with 10 strikeouts. He now has 41 across 4 games, and he's got 2 more outs to get. Logan Rycraft, sponsored by Foundation Recovery Systems, steps in. He was 20 for 86 in his season with the Roswell Invaders of the Pecos League. Had a .374 on base percentage, so average was but OBP was good. That grounder handled by the shortstop, and Carter Rennie's throw not in time. Rycraft beat it. Suckers fans showing some life as Logan Rycraft legs out what will go down as an infield single. It was very close, but safe is the call. So Rycraft is on with 1 away. Zach Young bats for Nixa. 41 years old, out of Missouri State University. Played baseball there. He's originally from Bolivar, but now resides in Willard. 18 hits and counting in Zach Young's 3-year career. Swings and fouls this one back. Got his name on the Howard Bell Trophy with the Metropolitans in 2023. Runner goes, throw down to second, not in time, and Rycraft swipes the bag. So Logan Rycraft, not a stranger to base stealing. Though that, I believe, is his first steal of 2025. Comes at a good time. Suckers have a man in scoring position for the first time today. Turner fires a 1-2, swung on. That's going to stay on the playing surface, but it is popped. And Trey Turner was a junior college outfielder in addition to pitching. Comes off the mound and makes that catch. Some baseball traditionalists probably grumbling that that should have been the catcher's ball or the first baseman's ball, but it is Trey Turner called for it and hauled it in. So here comes third-degree Burns. Seth Burns, the cattleman, who went to Stoutland High School in Stoutland, Missouri. One of his teammates was GRBL Hall of Famer Brock Chaffin, and oh goodness, it's going to be a passed ball charged to Fox, I believe. One of those that just kind of caromed, and then Jared briefly had to dance around the batter Burns. Seth didn't do anything wrong there, it's just an unfortunate hop. So that sets us up for a 1-0 with 2 away. Rycraft at third, just 90 feet away from tying this ball game. Seth Burns trying to collect another RBI. He had 8 of them in 9 games with Nixa in 2024. He's got 1 this season. Slider for a called strike, and he's behind here 1-2. To see if Turner goes heat here or if he throws his cut changeup. They're setting Seth up outside. Wiped him out with a slider. Well, shows you I also would have swung and missed because that was the last pitch I was expecting. That is 11 strikeouts for Trey Turner. His day on the mound is done. A 1-hitter with 1 walk and 11 Ks. Another outstanding performance for Trey Turner. But he will have to give way to a reliever. Looks like it's going to be Cooper Kiesling for the Showmen. We'll tell you who it's going to be for the Nixa Suckers when we come back for inning number 6. It's Grip and Rip Baseball, live and free on YouTube.
Did you know that Conoco gas has 3 times more detergent additive than the minimum required by the EPA? And 30% more than the top-tier detergent gasoline standard, recommended by major car manufacturers. Other alternatives contain unwanted deposits that can build up on fuel injectors and intake valves, robbing your engine of performance. More quality in every drop. Only at your local Rapid Roberts.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Joselina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
So Henry's towing pitching change for the Nixa Suckers. Ricky Gooding Jr., the right-hander, is on the hill in relief of Jake Uber, who turned in another gem. Gooding wears number 9. He went to Bolivar High School up in Polk County. He is sponsored by Blue Hens Flea Market and Auction House. Ricky lives in Fair Play, Missouri. Had a college stop at Culver Stockton College. So far in his GRBL career, 5 innings. He's allowed 5 earned runs on 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, 6 walks, and a hit batsman. The book on Gooding is if he can find the zone and minimize walks, he's pretty salty, as we saw on August 24th against Moon City, where he pitched a shutout inning, 15 pitches, 11 strikes, and didn't get into any trouble. So Ricky Gooding will face Jordan Fitzpatrick, Trey Turner, and David Edwards. Sorry about that.
Still quite a tight pitcher's duel. Had
Yes,
5 great
indeed.
innings from both those gentlemen.
Just about as good as it gets. Fitzpatrick lifts one in the air to right, but Jamar Averyhart got a good jump on the ball, tracked it well. That's just good fielding on the part of Jamar Averyhart to get the out there. And doesn't get easier for Gooding as he gets to face Trey Turner, who is perhaps a little bit due to hit something here. 0 for 2 today. Turned in a spectacular 5-inning one-hitter. His pitching day is done, but I suspect we'll see Trey go to third base, or he may slot in if the Showmen elect to swap the DH. We'll wait and see on that. Right now, swing the bat. Don't worry about what your defensive position is. He's ahead here 2-0.
Yep.
Make it 3-0. Yeah, Gooding missed outside. So Rick's being careful, and I mean rightly so.
Yep. Gonna take the walk.
But you can't be too careful. Trey Turner draws the walk, and so he is on for David Edwards, who's 1 for 1 today with an RBI. Florida native David Edwards now lives in Rolla, Missouri. He's a strength coach at Missouri S&T. When you see David Edwards up close, you can tell, yes, this guy does lift weights. He's now 5 for 13 on the season. David came into the day. Wait, don't tell me. Oh no, he's got 50 hits. So he lost track of number 50 because it was an RBI, but David Edwards has got 50 hits. Next one will be 51.
Whoa.
Oh, that went behind the batter. And then Turner is going to motor up. Suckers made that close.
Well, Turner, it's nothing personal. Don't
Not
come
exactly
up here and hurt me. But yeah, you were kind of jogging leisurely down there until you saw Courtney stand up and cut loose.
The technical term for that is lollygagging.
Yes.
I'll say it, and then if Trey throws me like a lawn dart, that's my problem.
That was in Bull Durham, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Ball missed high. So Gooding looking for command, and he's, talking to himself. Just kind of gone all around the zone on David Edwards. He rocks and comes set. Winds and fires, and wiped him out with a breaking pitch there. It's
kind of got him to chase at it a little bit.
Breaking pitch on the inner half from Gooding.
Again, you talked earlier about the angles, from here, our perspective off to the left, that looked inside, but
especially
obviously
on a breaking pitch like that that's thrown at the inner half. I mean, it's designed to make the batter think he's going to get hit, which it did. You saw Edwards rock back. So Gooding's pitch did what it was designed to do there, getting the call on the inner half. Here comes the 3-2. Swinging a chopper. Arturo Liendo, the third baseman, up with it. Had to hustle the throw, and it's not going to get there in time. Yeah, well, he did the right thing and looked at the lead runner, Trey Turner.
He kept Trey on the base.
But then he had to try to rotate his body. That's a tough play.
No,
it's not like Arturo absolutely muffed that one. He just was in a tough situation.
It's a very difficult situation.
So now we've got
first and second. Still one, just one out.
I was going to say, that's not Jared Fox's music. That's Cooper Kiesling. So we've got a pinch hitter for G. Fox in the 5 spot. Left-hander Cooper Kiesling.
I do not believe that is the Canadian national anthem.
That is not. That's a Moby song right there. Got to get the right sheet here up on Kiesling, rookie out of Conway, Missouri. He's a mechanic by trade.
He lifts a few weights then.
I think he's turned a few torque wrenches in his time as well. 25 years old. And the Conway Bears can play some baseball. That is well struck, but Jamar Averyhart
camped under it.
Got a beat on it. He makes the catch and then rifles the throw to third. Turner did not lollygag that time.
And that was a one hopper from deep in right field.
Well, Jamar can throw it a little. But Turner tagged up and advanced.
Yeah, and you're right. He did not lollygag.
No, I think he knew that ball was coming in a hurry.
Yep.
But the Showmen looking to buy some insurance here. 2 away. First and third, Tyler Rusk. Tyler 0 for 2 today. College career was split up by a couple of significant, like one knee injury, one back injury, I believe. So he started out at Crowder College, finished out briefly at Central Methodist University, but the time in Fayette was pretty short, just 17 games. 0-1, and I'm not sure.
Courtney and Trey are kind of.
Trey Turner is definitely trying to get into the catcher Courtney Spitz's dome.
Yeah.
Tyler Rusk just sort of nonchalantly leaned back at the pump fake throw there, and then he swung and missed at a breaking pitch. And the Suckers have been sending him a steady diet of off speed.
Yep.
Trying to just get out of the inning. Maybe if you can't punch him out, get him to roll over on something. Great block by Spitz at a pitch in the dirt. Kept that right in front, and it kept Trey Turner standing at third.
Well, and also held the runner at first. Although I'm not sure he's really a threat to run. Maybe he is.
I think David Edwards is playing it pretty safe here, given the opportunity at hand. This is grounded to the third baseman. Liendo redeems himself. Fired across the diamond in time to get the out. And it gets the fish out of the inning. So the score remains 1-0. Middle of the 6th. Showmen and Suckers playing a good one here at Metter Park.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sardi McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Henry's towing pitching change and a shift change in the tow yard, I think, for the Branson Showmen. Lots of lineup shuffling to tell you about, but it begins with the man on the mound, Cooper Kiesling, the mechanic from Conway, Missouri. 2 2/3 innings pitched in his GRBL career. 1 earned run on 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, 5 walks, 2 hit batsmen, and a wild pitch. Correspondingly, the Showmen have moved Jacob Carlson from center field to the catcher spot, so he's on for Jared Fox. Michael Doman has come on in left field, replacing King Owens. Chris Leggett has slid over, so he's in center field, replacing Carlson. And in right field, it is none other than Justin Fruit Snacks Loudon. Trey Turner has gone from the pitcher's mound to third base. Still Carter Rennie at shortstop, so I mean, not everything is wholesale. Jordan Fitzpatrick still at second base, and it's still Tyler Rusk at first. Get it, got it, good. There's a lot going on. The musical chairs of the GRBL firmly afoot. The mission for Cooper Kiesling is just continue what Trey Turner started. Protect a 1-0 advantage, and hope your club can find a way to give you a little bit more run support when they come up again in the 7th. It'll be Arturo Liendo, followed by Jamar Avery Hart, and was going to be Jake Uber. Might be somebody else. So stay tuned on who the batter in the 10 spot is going to be for the Fish. First things first, Arturo Liendo grounds the ball to Tyler Rusk on the right side. He calls off the charging Cooper Kiesling and steps on the bag himself for the unassisted putout. Not a bad idea from Arturo there, but Tyler Rusk up to the task. So here's Avery Hart, the Indiana native. Works in human resources for Expedia here in Springfield, Missouri.
Called for a strike.
Called strike. And yeah, Cooper Kiesling, definitely if you enjoy watching the radar gun, he's maybe not your guy, but he's got a lot of stuff that moves, and when it is delivered from a left-hander, it just makes the motion look even more jarring. That was a
50 center.
Yeah, that was just a two-seamer that Avery Hart was late getting to and fouled it off. So 2-strike count coming up here. It is 1-2. Avery Hart lifts one, but it will not get beyond the reach of the second baseman, Jordan Fitzpatrick, who ranged back and then feigned a collision with the right fielder, Justin Loudon. That would have been maybe not a lot of velocity from either guy, but certainly a lot of mass if they had hit. I would not want to go in and clean up after that collision.
I thought maybe he might, if Justin was living up to his reputation, he might have been stepping out there to get a little.
Should have stopped for a fruit snack.
Yeah,
you're right.
I said, man, I ran there and I need a little energy here.
Ricky Gooding Jr. is the batter. That is 2-hop to the second baseman, and Fitzpatrick. No, they did not get him. Tyler Rusk. They said he was off the bag. Oh, goodness. They're appealing, and now the appeal process has reached its conclusion. So Gooding safe at first. And so Carlson is not only the Branson catcher right now, he is the Branson manager. And yeah, you can tell there's some chatting going on behind the face masks there. Nonetheless, safe is the call. They're not going to belabor the protest. But this is big for the Suckers. They get to turn over the batting order, and they bring up Skylar Carter. '88 hits in his grip and rip career.
Strike one called.
Skylar sponsored by the Vineyard Market in Ozark, Missouri. Breaking pitch, hops once. Yeah, Carlson had a nice block. Yeah, Gooding thought about it and then thought twice.
He he took one of those. He advanced himself a couple of good steps and then thought better of it. Because Carlson kept the ball at hand.
It was on the ground but within reach. So now it's a 2-strike count. Skylar Carter having a little trouble reading the ball from the lefty Kiesling. Now the runner goes. Yeah, that was low and away. Good jump by Gooding.
We're talking about it.
Safe is the call.
I think what hurt him there was he had to sweep around behind him to touch him.
That's exactly it. It was the throw came in, and
little short,
Carter Rennie handled it in front of the bag, as he should have. He caught it on the fly, and then just not in. Yeah, and the sweep tag was
a little late.
It followed Gooding's natural momentum anyway. So nice stolen base from Ricky Gooding. Puts the tying run into scoring position for the Fish. 2 outs, full count. Carter puts one in the air to right. Loudon is back. Right in the snack basket. I tell you what, he made that look interesting, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know if that was, since I know he's into comedy, I don't know if he did that, you never know.
I don't think some of the guys on the Showmen thought that was very funny.
I would imagine Mr. Carlson would have a comment to make on that. Just guessing.
We'll get the debrief on that one after the game for sure. Back with more right after this. 1-0 Showmen have the lead. We head to the stretch inning next.
Remanufacturing isn't just a process, it's a legacy. From the seasoned hands of our experts to the eager spirit of the new generation, we bridge the gap by bringing together knowledge and innovation. We are one team with diverse experiences. We are moving toward one goal to ensure our future thrives. We are on one mission to pass down wisdom and embrace the new, ensuring the earth flourishes for generations to come. We are CNH Reman.
Showmen lead the Suckers. A little bit of a delay before the start of inning number 7. Rantzberger alongside Roger Berger. We just witnessed a GRBL kids race that ended in a shower of the squishy souvenir stress balls. Big thank you to Burl Behavioral Health for helping to make that happen. But yeah, Tony Lewis tried some new theatrical flair to the kids race. I'm not sure if that's going to stick around. That took a minute to clean up. Not as bad as the cleanup for It's Raining Tacos, another interesting GRBL promotion that you can be part of if you come see the game live. It is just $5 admission for adults. Children 12 and under get in for free all season long. That is the ticket price.
And it's definitely family friendly.
There is a lot of kid friendliness built into the program each and every Sunday. So if you're on the fence about coming out tonight to see the Ozark Mountain Ducks and the Moon City Mavericks, let that be your guide. I mean, heck, $5, you can't afford to stay home and sit in your own air-conditioned household for $5 a day, but we got you covered here in the GRBL. Michael Doman will be the batter for the Branson Showmen as they emptied the bench defensively in the 6th. So we've got Michael Doman, we got Fruit Snacks Loudon in the on-deck circle. Probably still going to see Carter Rennie after that. Here's a grounder to the shortstop. Rycraft up with it, and the throw across to Zach Young is in time. Pretty slick.
Mr. Doman challenged him pretty good. He was within a step.
Doman can run. No doubt about it. So Ricky Gooding gets to face Justin Fruit Snacks Loudon from St. Louis Community College, Merrimack. That was helmet level for Loudon, ball 1. Coming up tonight, Mountain Ducks and Mavericks starting pitchers. It'll be Cole Rourke for the Quack Attack against A.J. Musser for the Mavs. Loudon's cleats are customized. He's got the Fruit Snacks nickname painted on them, along with a mural, different pieces of fruit. And then he has a north shoe and a south shoe with the names of the GRBL teams on them. So the north shoe has got Mavericks, Locos, Mets, and his south shoe, Showmen, Suckers, Mountain Ducks. Swinging a chopper to the shortstop, Rycraft settles back, slings it over in time. Back-to-back grounders to Logan Rycraft. Back-to-back outs. So the batter is Rennie. Broke out of a slump with a single out to right field his last time up. Carter from Licking, Missouri. Works for the family business, Rennie Family Pharmacy. Ball one inside. He is not a pharmacist, but works on the business end of the house. So Gooding's missed in. That one missed out.
Hopefully he doesn't have to file government paperwork.
I've not ever done too much of a deep dive into what Carter does for work, but I know he does. He watches some of the financials, does things like inventory. They own a pharmacy in Licking. They've also got one in Houston, Missouri, so plenty to keep busy.
He's a busy man.
Called strike there on a 3-0, makes it 3-1, and like a lot of small town, it's not just a pharmacy. They do convenience shopping, and there's a coffee shop attached to their Licking pharmacy, as a matter of fact. So Carter drew the walk there. He's on safely for the second time today. It extends the inning, and it brings up Chris Leggett. He is sponsored by Handyman Rentals Incorporated. Usually brings a pretty good cheering section.
You can barely hear them through the headphones. They are exuberant. That's one thing about the Grip and Rip fans that come to the stadium. They are exuberant.
Well, very few fans tend to find the place by accident, so you usually come to a game because you know somebody. But hey, we do have people who show up without knowing a soul from time to time.
You also have a group that follows regularly on the YouTube videos.
Yes, we do.
Participates in the chat.
Oh no, pitch got away from the catcher Spitz, allowing Rennie to motor up to second. So wild pitch. Suckers continuing to work around the zone. Showman just trying to extend this inning. Breaking pitch with no break sends Leggett bending back.
Up there, close to the eyeballs.
Gooding, a little frustration in the body language as he came set, and then he bent that down. It looked like same pitch, much better result. When the ball's missing high at eye level or at the brim of the hat, it's because it's exiting his hand
at the wrong
earlier than he wants it to. And he missed outside. And he touched his chest. Probably too much follow through on that one. You can see a little frustration.
First and second now, still 2 out.
And if you're Gooding, that's not what you wanted, is to see this guy walking up.
Nope.
Top of the order, so the Branson leadoff man, Jacob Carlson. He's 2 for 3 with a double today. You hear that Viking music, and here comes a guy who looks like Thor. Now 6 hits in 4 games for Carlson. 3 doubles, and that's going to get through.
That's going to bring one. That's Rennie's running.
Yes,
Here
he
comes
is.
The
That's a good throw from Avery.
They got him. Wow. What a throw.
Jamar Avery Hart.
Right on the button.
Through the scope from the rifle.
Wow. Great play by both him and Spitz.
Yes, indeed. They get out of the inning. Jamar Avery Hart keeps it 1-0 with a brilliant throw from right field. Goodness sakes. Back with more right after this. It is 7th inning stretch time. Seventh inning stretch brought to you by Sumit's Hot Yoga. At Sumit's Hot Yoga, you are going to feel awesome.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Take a breath. Here's your Be Well moment with Burl Behavioral Health.
In a world that requires us to be in constant motion, we can focus on moving our bodies in ways that restore us instead of deplete us. Let's listen to our bodies and briefly stretch in ways that fit what we need. Take a deep inhale and a long exhale out as you gently stretch your neck, your shoulders, or your arms. We deserve to build physical rest into our daily routines.
For more wellness, visit bewellcommunity.org.
Kiesling back out for the Branson Showmen. They have a 1-0 lead by a matter of about 9 inches. Jamar Averyhart on a single to right field by Jacob Carlson scoped it out and absolutely caught Carter Rennie at home plate with a throw from right field. Spectacular play for Jamar Averyhart. And so it remains 1-0 on the back half of the 7th inning stretch. Ransberger alongside Roger Berger for this one. Caleb Cole, Courtney Spitz, Trent Simpson due up for the Suckers. So good part of the order here, Pops. If you're going to get a rally, this is the trio that can get it started for you. Sorry,
these people have proved over the seasons that they can get the job done and make the hits. And
Caleb Cole 0 for 2 today, but he has hit in each of the Suckers' first 3 games, so he's now 5 for 10. And that's something you start the game 0 for 2 and your average falls to 500. Must be nice to be Caleb Cole.
Yeah.
First offering from Kiesling is a fastball down. Got a 2-seam, a slider, and then a slower breaking pitch. That was the slider. Bent outside to inside and caught the zone to make it 1-1. That was the breaking ball. Grounder to third. Turner up with it. Goodness, he screamed it.
Wow.
But Tyler Rusk reaching down, I think out of self-preservation for his own ankle.
Pulled that one in.
Goodness sakes.
I know our first base umpire looked at everything, made sure it was okay, and thumbed him out. But yeah, that was amazing. That was clear across the diamond.
I think everybody, Tyler Rusk included, looked back to see if the baseball was at the screen in front of the dugout. It was not.
It had velocity.
So here's Spitz. He's also 0 for 2 on the day. Just a couple of hits for the Suckers. Following another stellar pitching performance by Trey Turner, he allowed 1 hit in 5 innings and struck out 11. So his strikeout total, 42 across 4 games.
That's only just a hair over 10 per game.
Spitz, frustrated, kept the bat in his hand as he ran down to first. Generally not a good recipe for speed, and Cooper Kiesling handles the 1-3. Trent Simpson has gone down looking twice. An uncharacteristically cold day for Trent. It's now 4 for 14 for the campaign. A double, 5 RBIs, 4 strikeouts now. And Kiesling's first offering is low.
Down and away.
What about this? Jacob Carlson putting on the gear and going behind the plate. Well, more on that in a sec, because it's a ground ball to the second baseman. Fitzpatrick's throw to Rusk in time. What I was going to say is I think that was just sort of the comfort level for Kiesling to go out and work with the manager, as Kiesling worked with Carlson a little bit in the preseason, and it could just be that Jacob wanted a more in-depth look at Cooper, thinking about giving him some big innings down the line. That's
yeah, and it's smart to rest your starting catcher, your go-to catcher, Jared Fox, but and they may or may not want to put him in someplace else. Let him play some field somewhere.
So Gooding's going to take his warm-up throws. We'll pause 30 seconds, come back, bring you inning number 8. It is 1-0 Showmen.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ricky Gooding Jr. back to the mound for the Nixa Suckers. Say another thank you to Ricky's player sponsor, Blue Hens Flea Market and Auction House in Bolivar, Missouri. So 1-2-0. Or check that, this is not Gooding. This is a Henry's Towing pitching change. Seth Burns has come on in relief for the Fish here in the 8th. So it'll be Burns, not Gooding. My mistake. Those guys look a little bit alike, similar builds, and it wasn't until Seth turned around and I saw the 13 that I knew something was not right. Seth Burns in 2025, 7 innings pitched, no runs, 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 5 walks, so a clean sheet on the ERA. Seth played for the Suckers in 2024 and pitched just 3 innings all season long as they set up a pretty consistent relay between Ethan Paskey, Mason Davis, and Logan Wiley. But Seth threw 3 scoreless innings in 2024. You have to go back to 2023 when Seth was with the Mountain Ducks to find the last time he crossed over the 20-inning mark in a season. But Seth Burns, when he is at his best, is a pretty solid workhorse pitcher here in the GRBL out of Evangel University. And he tends to be also at his best when his battery mate is that man right there behind the plate, Courtney Spitz. Statistically, some of Seth's best work has come as a member of the Nixa Suckers. Jordan Fitzpatrick, the batter.
Strike 1.
And first pitch strikes are going to be huge for, well, any pitcher really, but they're definitely big for a Seth Burns outing, as that was a breaking ball that I think left his hand about a foot before it was supposed to in the delivery mechanic.
Kind of broke a little bit, but not quite enough.
Yeah, it was just not a fully finished throw there as he's fallen behind 2-1. Burns very quickly nods. Starts his motion from the chin, and he got Fitzpatrick to swing at strike 2. And what I've really noticed from Seth, he's working almost exclusively from the stretch position instead of the full wind, so he's taken some of the moving parts out of the machine, so to speak. Bounces one to Fitzpatrick. That loads up the count 3-2. But he's not shaking off. He's not taking time between pitches. He's just looking in to get the sign from Spitz. And he's throwing whatever the manager calls for. Fastball low at the shins, and Fitzpatrick is aboard. So that's been the drawback for Seth Burns through his career. Too many free passes. If he can limit the damage from that walk to Jordan Fitzpatrick, well, that'll be a big deal. Jordan Fitzpatrick is on. Trey Turner is the Branson batter. Drew a walk his last time up, 0 for 2 on the day.
A little low and outside, looks like.
I think we will see the batters kind of take advantage, kind of knowing Seth's maybe not as dialed in as he wants to be. We're going to see hitters work counts.
Yeah. Yeah, patience. They'll be very patient.
It's going to slow the pace of the game a little bit, too. Nonetheless, we play on in a 1-0 game. Trey Turner
just looks like he just missed just a little out. 3-0.
Turner took a late.
I think he was expecting. I hate to say this. I think he was expecting that to be called a strike, but
he was trying to say, "Come on, let me hit one."
But the umpire wasn't buying.
No, matter of fact, Ruben Apodaca had the hands on the hips as if to say that wasn't funny at all.
Yeah, move along, son.
Trey's gonna have to be careful. It's back-to-back walks, so the Showmen in business here with David Edwards at the plate. Swung on and missed.
Rather than wait to see what the first pitch was going to be, David decided he was going to take a cut.
Well, and what Trey is forgetting is, this is Ruben's second game of the day.
Yeah. Whoa.
He's been out here since before noon. Yeah, that is in the air to center. Skylar Carter is tracking it out there. He makes the catch. There's a tag up.
And there was a tremendous throw to third.
Yeah, that's
froze him.
I mean, Fitzpatrick made him throw it, but Skylar Carter answered the call.
Yeah, no, he's got a great arm.
So yeah, at this stage, right, you're in the 8th inning of
a tight game, and
you've been working all day. Your sense of humor is probably
a little strained.
Not going to be as deep as Trey was going for there with the late cut. First pitch to Cooper Kiesling misses high.
Yeah, that looked like that was I think his release point was off on that. Like you said, I mean, it was very high. I think that was above his helmet.
Spitz trying to frame it, and Ruben's not buying it. It's 2-0. Burns comes set, fires.
That one got in there.
Slider home, yes indeed. And with one away, this is a Nixa team that's no stranger to turning double plays.
They could certainly use one right now. Yeah. Spitz faked the throw to first,
and
got Turner to go back to the base, or sort of. Maybe they're messing with each other.
With theatrics, but yes, he did go back and touch the bag. This is swung on and lifted in the air to shallow center.
Shortstop.
Yep, Rycraft's got it, and no chance for the runners to tag up and advance. So nice job by Rycraft running back, and Skylar Carter was charging in as well. But
very, very tough play to make.
Yes,
running backwards, running over your shoulder, trying to get it where you can set up where you don't have to take it over your shoulder.
Well, that's why Logan is the holder of the Infield Gold Glove Award from 2023, or 2024 rather. Plays
Absolutely.
like that one.
He's definitely a contender for 25.
He's making a case for himself, isn't he? Well, here's Tyler Rusk. He's wearing the collar. Looked at called strike one.
He's mad at himself, too.
Yes, he is. Kind of figured that might be the best-looking thing he's going to have to hit in this plate appearance, and it's going to be a grind from here. Yep, slider. He checked, and that is called a strike. Well, he's looked back twice. Probably not going to get another freebie.
No.
The 0-2.
That would have been
outside.
Yeah. Had a little more pace on that one.
Yeah, so Seth's slider's typically 77. Fastball's more like 80, 81. That was a 69 mile per hour curveball that was low.
The fastball was 80, which we obviously haven't been talking about the velocities lately since Mr. Turner had to retire. But still, it's impressive that these guys can throw those kind of speeds.
Yep. That was 79 from Seth Burns, and it was
enough. More than enough.
Enough to ring up Tyler Rusk and wiggle out of that inning. So Seth gives up a couple of walks, and then a couple of nice plays by the guys in the field, and a strikeout gets the Suckers out of the inning. They will look for answers, trailing 1-0. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th right after this.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. The risk of losing your hard-earned money to scams is real, especially the scammers sending out fake communications. And that's why we're talking to our Director of Fraud Mitigation, Corey Gerstenschlager. He's got some good practices to help keep your money safe.
Thank you, Nicole. Yes, often we're seeing that people are being contacted by scammers through text message, phone calls, or emails, posing as legitimate companies or even your bank, trying to persuade you into providing sensitive information like passwords and things of that nature, sometimes even asking you to send them money. If you receive any kind of communication like this and you didn't ask for it, that's a good red flag that it isn't legitimate. So when you have those situations, get an actual number that you trust for that company, call them and verify the accuracy of the information that you're receiving. Good rule of thumb is make sure to check your accounts frequently and report any suspicious activity.
Thanks, Corey. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well.
So Henry's towing pitching change for the Branson Showmen. Justin Fruit Snacks Loudon is on. He is sponsored by the Twin Crescent Drive-In in Buffalo, Missouri. Justin lives in Lebanon. Fun fact, the name of every rostered player on a Howard Bell Trophy winning championship team is etched on a plaque that sits on the base of the trophy. Justin Loudon has seen his name go on it in each of the last 4 consecutive seasons, starting in 2021. He's going to try to make it 5 in a row this year with the Branson Showmen. So far for the campaign, Loudon, 5 innings pitched. He has allowed 4 earned runs on 2 hits, struck out 2, walked 6, and hit 2 batters. Last time out, it was a very good result on August 24th against the Springfield Mets. 3 innings, 1 earned run, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, 3 walks, and a plunker. But Loudon was the winning pitcher as the Showmen held on to defeat the Metropolitans in 10 innings. And Loudon also cracked the game-winning RBI double. Certainly a career highlight for him. So mission critical here. If you are Justin Loudon and the Showmen, keep the score the same. 1-0 is their narrow advantage. Logan Rycraft coming up here for the Suckers. It'll be Rycraft, Young, and Burns. Showmen have also moved Michael Doman over to right field. Cooper Kiesling has gone out to left field. Still Chris Leggett in center. Rycraft skies one. Trey Turner, the third baseman, charging in. Makes the catch in fair territory for the first out.
1 pitch, 1 out.
That's efficient, and that is the name of the game. He's also 1 pitch, 1 first pitch strike. That's a big stat that Justin has been cognizant of.
Well, he can
here in
hit.
2025.
He can hit. He can pitch, and he apparently is good luck.
That's
maybe why Coach Carlson decided to take him.
You know, hey, why not? Results are not lying.
And I understand the rumor. You know, there's he brings things snacks available for in the dugout.
Definitely has been known. He's probably got a pouch in the back pocket of his baseball pants right now. He's been known to pass out snacks to his teammates, and occasionally, if he's playing first base, I've even seen him give one to an opposing player for a good hit. Ball off the bat of Zach Young, grounded to the third baseman, Trey Turner.
Oh, man.
Rifles one to Tyler Rusk. Saw his life flash before his eyes, but caught the ball and held on for the out.
It's pretty amazing, too, to watch that glove snap back the way that it did.
And Tyler Rusk is a strong guy, but when there's that much force pushing the baseball right at you, Yeah, it's going to move that arm a little bit.
2 down.
Seth Burns. Nobody on. Of course, it's in a 1-run ball game. It's tying run at the plate every time. Burns today 0 for 2. After a great offensive campaign in 2024, he's wearing the collar here in 2025. Ball and a strike. Loudon bent one inside. 2-1. Interesting, we see Jacob Carlson staying on to catch Loudon. We've not gotten word that there's anything wrong with their starting catcher, Jared Fox, so Showman may just be resting his legs for later on in the year.
Well, it is in some respects it's a long season. Others it depends. It's short. But
it's a long, short season, as we like to say.
When you work 5 or 6 days a week and then come play ball, it can get to be a long season.
Burns fought that one off, back to the mound. Loudon trapped it and then got the throw right on the button. I think Tyler Rusk had a lot more fun hauling that one in. So
yeah, I think you're right.
3 up, 3 down for Justin Fruit Snacks Loudon, and we will go to the 9th. We're excited to bring it to you commercial-free, presented by our friends at the Bank of Missouri, right on the other side of this timeout.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sardi McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Nixa Suckers stick with Seth Burns for the top of the 9th. Happy to bring you the commercial-free 9th inning, brought to you by the Bank of Missouri. While we're at it, we will thank our title sponsor, Henry's Towing. When you're in a jam and stuck on the side of the road, remember to make the right call. Remember to let Henry do it. And we'll say thank you to Burl Behavioral Health. It is 988 Day in observance of, actually, Monday, September the 8th. It is the National Day for the 988 crisis line. That's 988. Whether you're in the dugout or in the stands, on or off the field, help is always just 3 digits away at 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. It's free, confidential, compassionate care available anytime, anywhere. 988. And if you need non-emergent behavioral health care, it's Burl Behavioral Health. Clinics all over southwest Missouri, including several in Springfield. Find out more at burlcenter.com. Doman the Showman comes up here in the 9th for Branson.
I believe he switched to bat left-handed.
And he does hit switch. One of 3 switch hitters I believe we've got on rosters in the GRBL. Threatened to lay down a bunt, but ended up looking at strike 1 instead. Michael Doman, native of Cincinnati, Ohio, works for the Hershey Company, where he is a territorial sales leader from Westchester Township, a suburb of Cincinnati. Now lives in Springfield, Missouri. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Doman
a little upset with himself.
Not shy about being frustrated there, is he? Gonna hop back in for the 2-2.
He popped himself in the ear hole, and
ooh, reached out the bat and checked. They tried to sell it with a frame job, but no, and the count is full.
Full up. Really hadn't been a shift in the fielders. I guess they're expecting him to hit pretty much straight over.
Oh, he pulls it and it gets through. Michael Doman's got a single. He's thinking about, well, he's at least going to make his friend Jamar Averyhart make the
a throw.
Yeah. After he just threw a guy out at home, I would advise against challenging him at second base.
And that was an excellent throw, right to the bag. I mean, there's no doubt whatsoever.
Michael and Jamar know each other. Actually, Jamar helped recruit Michael Doman into the league, so there's probably a little bit of a story behind Michael making Jamar throw that ball
I'm sure.
with pace there. It's entertaining nonetheless. Justin Loudon.
That's what's fun about this league.
Outside.
You've got all the play. I mean, the teams turn over and people know each other and they like to give each other. It's good fun, but I mean, they like to tease each other, I'm sure.
Well, and there are definitely some rivalries as well, where it's
absolutely.
They will talk about it on a friendly manner, but they love to defeat each other at baseball.
Oh, absolutely.
All the same. It's 2-0 to Loudon. He's a capable hitter, as evidenced by his game-winning RBI on August 24th. So Snacks now 2 for 9 on the season. Grounded out to the shortstop last time. In addition to first pitch strikes when he's on the mound throwing, plate discipline was a point of emphasis in his off-season cage work. Now Caleb Cole having a quick chat with Seth Burns. Veteran talking to a veteran there. Nobody out. Runner at first is the speedster Michael Doman. Suckers are going to have to account for him. Loudon pokes one down the right field line, tailing foul.
Not only does Mr. Averyhart have a rifle for an arm, but he's also pretty fast because he got to that line. He's playing shaded slightly toward center, and I mean he got over there.
Yeah, Jamar had this is a season ago. He was playing left field for Nixa. This is a chopper into play. Third base, no. It's the shortstop, Rycraft. Throw is
late.
Not going to get there.
No.
And Loudon, when he swung that and the ball bounced down across the infield, I think it just deadened the action enough that he was able to give it the gun down the line. Showmen will courtesy run for him, so King Owens comes off the bench. But yeah, Jamar Averyhart he was actually missed a game the following week. He's playing left field, ran over to catch a ball that tailed into foul territory, and he hit the fence and actually kind of cut himself open on the hip by hitting it at speed. It was a nasty looking wound, but Jamar very gamely came back into the lineup a couple weeks later. So the Suckers are chatting, and I think this chat, well,
they've drawn the umpire, so it's going to break up pretty quick, or we're going to have to make a move.
They're making a Henry's Towing pitching change. Seth Burns is coming off, and they have given the baseball to their shortstop. This is Logan Rycraft. So position player pitching. Logan has pitched before, but it's been very sparingly. Trying to go back and see if I even bothered to log what happened the last time he made a pitching. No, I didn't. I can tell you he pitched 1 inning for the Ozark Mountain Ducks last season. Don't believe it was anything spectacular, but the ask here is that Rycraft comes in, takes 8 warm-up pitches, and then gets 3 outs with 2 runners on. This is a pretty monumental ask that they are making of him.
Yep, with runners at first and second, and you're right, nobody out, and in a 1-0 game. Absolutely, there's all kinds of pressure.
And the job here for Logan, I mean, is just limit damage. I mean, you are the fireman. Just come in and do the best you can. Try to give your team a chance at an offensive comeback in the bottom of the ninth. That's all you can do. Certainly, admire him as a competitor for agreeing to step in and take the ball in this scenario. Certainly hope everything's all right for Seth Burns. But the Suckers, after seeing back-to-back singles, have made the switch. So Carter Rennie will be the batter.
Yeah.
With Chris Leggett in the on-deck circle, and then with Michael Doman and King Owens. This is the fast part of the Branson lineup. All the power is waiting in the wings. If they can turn over the lineup, then you got all the boppers coming up. But right now, these are the guys. If you were going to form a 4x100 relay team,
you would want.
This is probably your 4 right here. Doman is the lead runner at second. Owens the tail runner at first. Carter Rennie at the plate, with Chris Leggett in the on-deck circle. Branson leading this thing 1-0. So this is all about trying to find a way to buy some insurance runs.
And Carter wanted that one. He took a cut.
Yes, he did. And when you see a position player come on to pitch, you're thinking less velocity, probably less movement. Makes the hitters start to get greedy, makes the eyeballs get a little bigger. And at the same time, I'm sure the message from the Branson manager Carlson is, don't be afraid to work the count.
Right.
You still need to be disciplined here.
Michael Doman was more than a third of the way to third base on that pitch, and it got down in the dirt in front of Courtney Spitz, but he kind of faked the throw to get him back, but he had to scramble pretty fast to get back there.
Suckers have made some defensive moves to correspond with Rycraft going to the mound. Caleb Cole moves from second to shortstop. Liendo goes from third to second, and Seth Burns is playing third base as Rennie sprays one the opposite way into right field. Are they going to test Avery Hart again? Yes, they are. Throw was offline. It was in time, but Doman scores. It is 2-0 Showman. Carter Rennie having himself a bit of a day. He is now 2 for 3, and he's got an RBI and a big insurance run.
He went with the pitch and took it to right field, and that's the first throw today, or first probably this whole season, that was offline a little bit for Mr. Avery Hart.
Credit Doman for going for it, and Avery Hart's throw was there in time. He just missed offline, just about a 3-foot miss, and
that's enough.
That's not an easy throw for anybody. 0-1 for Chris Leggett.
Still first and second runners.
Yep, still nobody out.
Fouled that one off to the right, into the screen.
And so Carlson is in the on-deck circle.
0-2. And that can't make the Suckers too happy, because he is definitely a threat.
Rycraft tried a breaking pitch.
And it got in there.
Got him looking.
Got the first out. But they don't get any easier.
No, I would argue it gets a lot more difficult. Jacob Carlson is 3 for 4 just today.
Yeah.
And for the season, he has absolutely had the rake out. He is now 7 for 15 on the year. So average just shy of 500.
And I'm thinking about that first hit, the ground rule double that hopped over the fence.
Ooh,
plunked him.
Yeah, well, that's one way to keep him from getting a base hit.
Yeah, the only bad thing is it loads him up.
Hit him right in the shoulder.
They're full up. He'll have
loaded for Jordan Fitzpatrick,
I hate to say this, he's going to have to order another pad. He took off several.
Well, yeah, he wears the elbow guard, the
shin,
shin and ankle combo, and he likes that front flap on the jaw as well.
Yeah.
So Jordan Fitzpatrick
loaded up with 1 out.
He could absolutely blast this game open right here. Fitzpatrick, 1 home run in his career. Only 1 extra base hit for him so far in 2025.
Missed outside.
Well, Rycraft, I mean, you're up against this meaty part of the order. You can't throw one over the plate.
No.
You can't exactly afford to nibble on that hit.
He just plunked him.
Plunks in a run as King Owens scores after watching his cousin Jordan Fitzpatrick take one to the shoulder blade.
Okay, 3-0. Still they're loaded with 1 out.
Trey Turner drew a walk last time up where he tried to sell ball 4 as strike 1.
Usually it's always the other way around. I've never seen that I remember.
Trey wants a pitch to hit here.
He wants to hit.
And both of these guys, Rycraft and Turner, are instructors at the DBAT Sports Training Facility in Nixa, Missouri. So
okay.
I would imagine they might have simulated this the other way a time or two during downtime at the office with Turner pitching and Rycraft hitting. Sure. And Logan just sort of cheekily smiled to himself as Turner missed an 82-mile-per-hour slider. 1-1. An excuse-me check got fouled off, and look out, Trey. You've fallen behind here, 1-2. It's going to be an interesting day at the office if Rycraft can ring him up.
We're talking bragging rights here, guys.
1-2 pitch, swung on, yes he did, and jammed him up as well. Carlson takes cover as Caleb Cole makes the catch for the out. So 2 away. Situation just got a little bit easier, but the opposition certainly did not.
Nope.
It is David Edwards. David is 2 for 3 today. An RBI and a walk. His RBI single back in the first, presently standing up as a game-winning run. So Edwards now 6 for 15 with 7 RBIs. That'll do in any league. Showmen still with some good speed at third. Carter Rinney. Second base runner is Jacob Carlson, and it's Jordan Fitzpatrick over on first. Infielders are at pretty standard depth here.
Yep.
Outfielders playing Edwards to pull it deep. 0-1 swung on, fouled off to the screen. Rycraft is trying to fight his way out.
Just looking at position, David stands forward in the box. A lot of players, stand at the back edge as far back as they can get, but he's actually up to the front.
He likes to try to meet the baseball out in front of the plate. That's what the hitting instructors tell you to do. Sort of throw your hands at it and meet it out in front, and he did that time. It is pulled to the shortstop. Caleb Cole. 1 hop. Are you kidding me? Beautiful job by Caleb Cole.
He was almost behind third base.
A 6-3 gets the Suckers out of the inning. However, the Showmen score 2. Back-to-back singles, Michael Doman and Justin Loudon, then an RBI base hit by Carter Rinney out into right field. A couple of hit batsmen made it 3-0.
One more chance for the Suckers.
Yep, we will keep it here. It is the commercial-free 9th inning, brought to you by the Bank of Missouri. Live well, bank well. Coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, baseball night in the Ozarks. The Ozark Mountain Ducks and the Moon City Mavericks. Cole Rourke has the ball for the Mountain Ducks. It'll be A.J. Musser going for the Mavs. That's been pretty typical for Daniel England's club. Saw kind of traditional GRBL approaches for both teams today, using the starters, Jake Uber and Trey Turner, to go 5 innings. But Daniel England has been using an opener, you would call it, instead of a closer. So he's asking A.J. Musser to go give him an inning or 2. Then we'll likely see Kyle Carpenter come on in relief. And then Tyler Abma is the staff ace for that Moon City club. So sort of working things backwards. A little bit of a different approach from Daniel England's group, but the Mavericks, 2-1. It's been so far so good. Justin Loudon back out to work this one for the Branson Showmen, trying to hang on. He's got a little bit of cushion to work with now with a 3-0 advantage. And it's got to give you confidence as a pitcher, seeing your offense come alive a little bit right before you go out there and try to finish out a game. And yeah, Jared Fox going back behind the plate.
Okay.
So this is a something a little different.
Where'd Mr. Carlson land?
Carlson, just trying to see. No, he's gone to the bench, I do believe. Yeah, he's in the dugout.
Okay.
He is the guy just sort of leaning and watching the show. And when you're not a full-time catcher, sometimes that takes it out of you more than than working as a full-time catcher. Who's used to all that up and down. So.
Well, yeah, the squatting is. I have another friend who actually umpires baseball, and he talks about getting ready for the season by doing squats, and until he can hardly stand up.
That was pointed out to me. The late great Jack Steck, who was an umpiring legend here in Southwest Missouri, interviewed him for a story I wrote for the Springfield News Leader back in the day, and he said it's a great way to stay in shape. If you think about it, a typical ball game has anywhere from 200 to 250 pitches thrown, and so when you're an umpire, you're doing 200 to 250 free squats, and that's just in one game.
Yeah.
So Coach he had been a college swimming coach in addition to being an umpire, so was, a bit crazy about fitness anyway, but definitely advocated for umpiring as something to help keep you fit. It was a good incentive for him to continue working out on into his 70s even. Arturo Liendo bats for the Nixa Suckers. Looked at a called strike one on the outer half. It's a righty Justin Loudon going against a lefty Liendo for the Fish. Limited to just 2 hits in this one. Loudon attacked outside again. That one missed, so Jared Fox behind the plate. Otherwise, Showmen defensively have Trey Turner, Carter Rennie, Jordan Fitzpatrick, and Tyler Rusk on the infield. It's Owens, Leggett, and Doman in the outfield. Shadow starting to creep over the field as well as the sun sets in the west. The shadow from the big roofs that cover the stands here at Meadow Park begins to creep into the field of play. It's probably just enough where Loudon is in the sun and Liendo in that left-handed batter's box is just on the edge of the shade.
And the ball probably is to Justin's advantage to kind of, because it's going from bright light to low light, and if it's picked up any of the rubber, it's probably not white anymore. It's probably grayish.
Baseballs are definitely gray at this phase of a game. So that 2-2 foul ball will load us up to do it again. 6th pitch of the appearance coming here.
We need to thank the screen for that one.
I thank the screen every time a ball goes in there. Glad we're not in the days of yore.
Oh, that got through.
Yeah, Liendo squirts one through into left field, and here we go.
That was just off, just a hair past Rennie's glove. He made a wonderful dive at it, but just...
Yeah, Liendo put it out of his reach, and so he is on for Jamar Averyhart. I've seen him make a couple of dandy defensive plays today. He'd like to get a base hit right here, right now. Game tying run is in the on-deck circle for the Suckers. That is Ricky Gooding. But right now, Justin Loudon's got to contend with Jamar Averyhart. Runner at first is Liendo, nobody out. 1-1.
That was a good play by Mr. Fox. Kept the ball in front of him, threw the mask and jumped right on it. I don't know, is Liendo a quick runner? Or?
He is, but he's being very conservative here.
Well, yeah,
I don't mind that. You're trying to stage a comeback that's going to involve a lot. So there's
no silly outs.
You know, a one-run game, maybe you ask him to take extra steps or at least widen the secondary lead. But you can just see that with Liendo's lead. You can see it with Avery Hart's approach.
Yeah.
They're just trying to prolong this inning, just doing the little things to keep Loudon out on that mound as long as they can.
Yeah, no dumb outs. Make the Showmen earn those outs, not just.
Yeah, don't give anything. It's 3-2 as Avery Hart looked at a bouncer in the dirt. Loudon exchanged words with the catcher, Jared Fox, there. Sets and deals.
Ooh.
Got him. The high cheese swing and a miss.
Wow.
A big punchy for Fruit Snacks, but he's got work to do yet. He'll get Ricky Gooding. And then Skylar Carter is on deck. Gooding, sponsored by Blue Hens Flea Market and Auction House in Bolivar, Missouri. An infield single to the second baseman last time.
Just a little inside.
Gooding now calls fair play Missouri home. Steps back in. Crouches down to shrink the vertical on the strike zone. And Loudon will step off. Definitely not his finest move, but I think that was just more about saying to Arturo Liendo, don't think about it, pal. It's more about the message than the result. 1-0 pitch swung on. This is fouled, carrying out of play first base side.
50 center.
That's got some Bank of Missouri money written all over it. So ball and a strike now for Gooding. He's just trying to see pitches, extend the plate appearance, either force Loudon into a mistake or see something twice and drive it as he does there, but it looped down into the glove of the second baseman Jordan Fitzpatrick for a big second out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's starting to look a lot better even with Skylar Carter coming up.
Well,
very dangerous hitter.
The Suckers needed to get to him, so mission accomplished there, but 2 outs on the board's going to be tough. Carter 0 for 3 today.
Yeah.
He is 4 for 15 on the season.
Not his typical year.
88 hits in the GRBL career of Skylar Carter.
Outside.
And Loudon definitely knows that as he nibbles outside against the lefty.
Yeah, don't throw it down the middle.
The thing about Carter, just he's also fast, and he's already got a 2-step advantage batting left-handed.
Yeah.
1-0, that's outside, and you can afford to nibble here a little, I guess. This may be the unintentional intentional. Well, thanks Skylar Carter's player sponsor, the Vineyard Market. 2-0 pitch coming up here. Runner goes. Fox fires. And
just to the left side of the bag, but it was close. He's a little annoyed. Jared is annoyed with himself a little bit, I think. But
yeah, he feels.
It wasn't a bad play.
Bring that throw about a foot to the right, and maybe we're saying something different.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was a good throw, just a hair to the left.
So it's a stolen base for Liendo. Into scoring position he goes. First base now open. 3-0.
Nope.
Yeah.
Base is loaded now.
No. Check that. First, second.
I meant not the first base is now loaded.
You set up the force out.
Yeah.
And that may have been, the unintentional intentional walk. Although Justin Loudon is aware.
I don't.
It doesn't get easier with Caleb Cole.
No,
here.
you can't say,
I mean, this is just
their order is loaded, and you just can't. You don't have somebody coming up there that's a 150 hitter or something.
No. Team name is the Suckers. This part of the order is where all the Sharks are.
Yeah.
Caleb Cole. Third all-time in grip and rip hits.
Yeah.
With 70. He's ahead here 1-0. Breaking pitch for a called strike on the outer half.
Interesting.
Loudon has the sign from Fox, nods, looks back at the runner at second. Now rocks and fires. Cole took an inside-out swing. Yes, indeed. Base hit. Out to right. Leondo's going to get the whoa sign.
They've loaded him up.
And I think that's smart from the Suckers. You know, you're not sending one runner home with 2 outs and risking the out at the plate. It gets you nothing. Now you've got Courtney Spitz batting with the bases loaded. I think that's smart. I like the decision there. 1 run's not going to matter, but Spitz with 1 swing could clear him.
Yeah, or a good long single. He could have it tied, and they would still be batting.
Spitz waiting to step in. A little bit of gamesmanship, trying to make Justin Loudon think about the size of the situation.
Oh yeah.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. This is what you play for. Courtney Spitz looks at a pitch outside, ball 1. And a walk is just as good as a shallow base hit here.
Absolutely.
One-0 got over the plate for a called strike. Not much of a lead at all to speak of for Arturo Leondo.
Looked like Mr. Spitz asked the umpire where exactly he thought that one was. He looked at him and his lips moved, but I don't know what he said.
Hopefully that was friendly. Swinging a foul ball that will carry over the fences into the parking lot.
Hopefully we didn't hit a car.
Hopefully not a vehicle that I own. How about that?
That would be a good thing.
1-2. So the Showmen are a strike away. The Suckers down to their last strike here in the bottom of the 9th. Loudon looking to finish. Puts those customized Nikes back up on the pitching rubber. Sets up from the chest and fires. Spitz swings and fouls it back off the wire on the net, and will do it again. Good aggressive pitch there from Justin Loudon. Just went right at him with the 2-seam. Suckers go-ahead run, or the game-winning run rather, is at the plate. Loudon fires the 1-2 outside.
And this is definitely not a place for a wild pitch or a pass ball.
Certainly not. It might be part of the reason why Carlson lifted himself for Jared Fox, hoping for clean exchanges with the battery here in the bottom of the 9th.
Could be.
It is now deuces wild for Spitz. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3-run ball game, bases chucked. Spitz swings and hammers one toward the gap in right center. Back goes Leggett, and he made the catch for the out. So goodness sakes, Loudon and the Showmen had to squirm, but they are going to win this thing 3-0. Your final score. Justin Loudon ends up with the save and a shutout for the Branson Showmen pitching staff today. Trey Turner, Cooper Kiesling, and Justin Loudon. David Edwards credited with driving in the game-winning run way back in the first after a double by Jacob Carlson. Your Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game. It's got to be the man of the hour, the man with the power, Trey Turner. 5 innings, 1 hit, 11 strikeouts, a single walk, no runs. So Trey Turner, your Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game. We will talk this one over on the other side of a long break, as we will debrief. I guess while we've got you here, we'll say a big thank you to my partner for the last couple of games, Roger Berger. Thanks for making the long haul all the way from Michigan to join us and bring the fans some of the experience.
I enjoyed it a lot. I appreciate it. Thank you. And sorry I wasn't on the YouTube channel today, but next week I'll be back.
Well, you'll be back in the comment section amongst the people. So, but well, that's okay. We'll sacrifice a view to bring you back up into the press box anytime. So always good to get to have Father Sunday here in the press box. So.
I enjoyed it again. Thank you.
Thank you, Dad. Well, we will come back, debrief on this one. 3-0. Branson Showmen defeat the Nixa Suckers. We're back with more right after this.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back live at Meadow Park. Rance Berger with you. The Nixa Suckers fall to the Branson Showmen 3-0, and we welcome in from a Branson Showman pitching staff that dealt a shutout today. Left-hander Cooper Kiesling is with us. Cooper, And first of all, congratulations on being part of a shutout alongside Trey Turner and
Appreciate
Justin Loudon. I mean, goose eggs are kind of rare here in the GRBL.
Yeah.
So what does that mean to you guys to get one today against a pretty good Nixa Suckers club?
Well, we know that they can hit very well. I mean, they're a good hitting baseball team.
Yeah.
Trey, he's fantastic. I mean, when you got a guy throwing 97, 98, and then of course you bring a guy like me in there, about 20, 25 mile an hour difference. It's pretty tough.
Well, you didn't win the radar gun challenge today, but what can you say about your command? I mean, it looked like you were serving up several ground balls and just one fly to the outfield. That was pretty well it.
That's what I try to do.
And I always wondered this, Cooper. I know you had some connections to GRBL players before you made your way out here, right? So how did you end up at tryouts and on a roster?
I love the game. It's been several years I've been contemplating it. I'm just like, yeah, you know how life is. You got decisions to make and less time for things, but I love it. I'll be back next year, absolutely.
Well, and certainly winning fixes a lot of things and helps your attitude a lot. So as the Showmen improve to 3-1, let's welcome in one of your pitching counterparts, Trey Turner. Trey, your line today, 5 innings, 1 hit, 11 strikeouts, 1 walk. So over your last 2 games, you've allowed exactly 1 base hit, and it came on an infield single today. So
yeah,
not a lot going on in the way of offense for opposing teams. But I mean, let's talk about the way you were dialed in today. It just seemed like conditions were ideal for a good Trey Turner start, and you delivered one.
Yeah, it felt good. I mean, you can't beat 78 degrees with a nice cool wind. You cannot beat it. So no, it was praise the Lord for that. It's just it's a great day to play baseball.
Now, was your approach any different coming off of the Labor Day layoff and having to sit and think for 2 weeks? Or I know you're also a baseball instructor, so there's probably some chances to throw bullpens if you want to. But did the break mess with you at all?
No. I dealt with some deltoid stuff. Got that realigned, obviously, but yeah, I just kind of took care of my arm. I didn't really go too hard, especially sitting mid-90s for 5 innings. A lot of it's taxing on the arm, and so I just took it slow.
Yeah.
Added some stuff to my arm care routine, and it helped out a bunch.
Looked like it was paying off. Velocity was up, but I think command was pretty solid as well for you guys. How about the job by I guess you pitched to Jacob Carlson, Cooper, so a little bit different, kind of splitting up catching duties today. But I was going to ask, how about the job by Jared Fox and then Jacob Carlson as well?
Oh, they both did fantastic. I mean, Fox he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about him other than it's pretty much all good things. He does everything absolutely perfect. And Jacob as well. I mean, he's an athlete. There's nothing that he can't do. So
yeah, Fox is he's got what I call the Turner finger. I had all my catch play partners in pro ball always had like a bruised pointer finger from playing catch with me on their glove hand, and he's starting to get that. We went and had a little get together, 5 or 6 of us out in Ozark, and he was like, I'm glad my hand doesn't hurt this week, but I'm welcoming it. So he works really hard back there. Great receiving. I couldn't ask for a better catcher back there.
All right, well, coming up next, it'll be September the 14th. You guys are back on Baseball Night in the Ozarks in prime time, taking on the Republic Locos. So it'll be the 1 meeting against Republic. They were winners earlier today, knocking off the Springfield Metropolitans. So 2 teams coming in with some momentum. Have either of you guys had a chance to scout the Locos out yet, or is it more about just being the best version of the Branson Showmen you can be?
To be honest with you, I don't pay attention.
That's fair.
Yeah, I want everyone to have fun. I want everyone to succeed, at least to a certain level. And obviously, when I want other people to succeed, if I'm on the mound, I want to succeed. So it's just, I want everyone to have fun. I'm going to have a blast out there. Praising the good Lord for good weather. And just, I don't pay attention because it's just a game. Just go out there and compete.
Absolutely.
Do what you can do, and I mean, the game's going to fall the way the game falls. There's not, as soon as, Ted Williams, 90% of baseball is mental, 10% is physical, and that's real. It's a lot of times when you're hitting, contact is instantaneous. When the bat makes contact with the ball, it's gone before you even get close to finishing your swing. So it's like you make a good swing on it, completely out of your hands. And then it's the same thing with throwing. Like, you're on the mound, as soon as it's out of your hands, I mean, sometimes you throw one, you're like, oh, that's getting hammered. But 90% of the game is completely out of your control. So it's just let the ball fall let the baseball fall the way it falls, and just go out there and have fun and enjoy yourself.
I appreciate a lot of fun to the approach. What is it like for you guys? You get a nice win like this one, and then you have to go back to work on Monday. What does that do to you mentally, psychologically?
For me, week one was definitely aching.
Because you're a mechanic, right? I mean, it's not like you're just going to go sit behind a desk, right?
No,
you're expected to go use some tools and work.
I was at work Monday, and I was like, man, I really should have prepared a little bit better. But I mean, it's worth it to me. I mean, I can take a little bit of pain to play this game. I mean, I love this game.
Yeah, waking up at 5:10 tomorrow morning is going to be rough.
Oh my God!
Are you teaching lessons that early? Or
no, I go work out early in the morning because I have an 8 a.m. class, engineering school.
That's right. You were a student athlete in every sense of the word once again. So
it's rough. And then as soon as class is over tomorrow, I go right out to DBAT, and so Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays are real long. But I mean, I'm younger. So
you're younger than me, huh? So I mean, that's got to count for something
out there. But just gonna give it everything I got, and I think my biggest thing is, especially with waking up early, going to work out, running early in the morning, just doing physical things. I think one shows my kids what it's like to be healthy.
Yeah.
But two, when they get to be teenagers, I'm in my mid-40s. I don't be able to do stuff with them. So stuff like this kind of makes me realize that, like, when I start getting out of shape, I gotta hop back on the horse. So
it's a lot easier to stay in shape than it is to get back in.
Yeah, don't ever get off the horse. Just stay on it and keep grinding, because it adds to your life.
That is good advice, and we will end it with that. Branson Showmen get the win. That's Cooper Kiesling and Trey Turner. My name is Rance Berger. This game has been produced and directed by Siler Bartlemy. Executive producers are Harrison Waters and Tony Lewis. We thank Roger Berger for stopping by, along with Natasha Corkins from Burrell Behavioral Health. So for all of us here at the Grip and Rip Baseball League, we'll step aside. Branson Showmen 3-0 winners over the Nixa Suckers today. Until next time, good evening from Springfield, Missouri.